Welcome, everybody. My name's AJ Joma, and I will be your host today. I'm the co-founder and CEO of 7-Figure Skills, and one of the things that we teach at 7-Figure Skills is called high-ticket drop shipping, okay? So the best way I can explain it is this image right here. Sell this, not that, right? High ticket, low ticket. We don't sell this, we sell this. So without further ado, guys, just a little bit of housekeeping stuff before we get started. Turn off distractions for me. I know how things can be. I know you guys are multitasking. You're working on other projects. I know you're checking your Facebook. I know you're checking your Slacks or emails. Just do me a favor for the next 45 to, I would say, an hour and a half tops. I'm going to give you the best education that you've probably ever got, paid or free, when it comes to e-commerce. And you're going to get it for free. But I need your undivided attention. So if you can extend me that courtesy, not just for myself, but for yourself too, because you're trying to benefit from this, I will give you the same due respect and help you in focusing on what you need to get started in e-commerce, right? So again, for those of you who are joining us, thank you so much. I can't wait to get started right now, right? So real quick, before we get started, do you know what dropshipping is or means, right? We all know what dropshipping means, right? I just want to make sure, because we get a lot of folks in here that never even came across the idea of dropship e-commerce. So I want to make sure that I make it as simple as possible for everybody. I know you guys are all experts, everybody here, right? We're all pros. We've got this, right? Okay, just quite simply, the one thing I think the biggest definition of dropshipping is that probably it requires the least amount of capital. So it's probably the one form of commerce and fulfillment that allows you to launch a business with as little capital as possible. That's what I love about drop shipping. I need to ask you guys to treat this training like you just paid me $5,000 to join me, because I have students all over the world that pay me $5,000, $25,000, and they get almost the same kind of education you guys are getting today. So just sink it in your mind. I'm paying AJ $5,000 to train me and to go over what he's about to go over. If you guys gave me $5,000 right now, I bet you I'd have your undivided attention, wouldn't I? So let's go ahead and get started. First and foremost, the common concept of dropshipping, right? You identify a product to sell, we find a niche, we partner with a supplier, we list that product from the supplier on our website. Hopefully we find some customers and they buy from us. And then we basically process an order, fulfill it with the supplier. Supplier says, all right, gotcha, got the money, got everything I need, and they handle the shipping. Really, it looks cartoonish, but it's as simple as that. I'm not saying it's a simple business, but I'm telling you, it's probably one of the lowest form of hassle businesses I've ever been involved in. And I've been involved in a lot of businesses, guys, that I'll tell you about later. So what are we gonna go over today? One of the things we're going to focus on is how high-ticket dropshipping helped over 271 frustrated entrepreneurs make real profits online. A proven method, guys, of selling high-quality products, high quality, not cheap, on Shopify. If you guys aren't familiar with Shopify, I'll tell you about it later. For the most part, I'm pretty sure you guys are. Where we earn $400 per sale in profit, and that's on the low end from a single order. And then basically the name of the game is to multiply that to create a sustainable income business. So here's what we focus on, right? Selling high quality, high ticket products. Now, what makes this different? What makes listening to me different than any of the other things you guys have been a part of? First, we do this stuff today. In my company, along with my business partner, we far exceeded $10 million. This is probably what we did last year, but we currently do about $10 million in annual sales with our e-commerce stores. We focus on building relationships and creating a real viable business, guys. We work with premium USA suppliers and sell high quality products year round. And yes, this does work for you if you're out of state. If you're not in the United States, of course, this works for you. It's just a matter of figuring out how and having the right person to help you. We also focus on quality of products, not quantity. Okay, with my method, we only need to sell about anywhere from 1 to 10 products per day instead of thousands like you would in AliExpress or Amazon. And like I said, we earn minimum $400, $500 profits per sale after cost, after driving traffic. And I'll show you guys later on how I actually generate usually 1,000 to 2,000 in profit because I started selling products way more expensive. So the bad news, okay, let's go over the bad news. The bad news is the reason, here's the thing, 90% of all e-commerce entrepreneurs fail, all right? And it's the same reason they fail in the brick and mortar business, and I'll tell you guys about that later. But here's some stuff. This is not just me. This is actually some clippings I took from Forbes magazine, Time magazine, different very reputable companies, you know, and here you go. Unless you're Donald Trump and you believe in fake news, but this is pretty legit. So 90% of startups fail. Here's what you need to know, okay? Why some startups succeed. Conventional wisdom says 90% of startups fail. It's true, guys. It's the data's there. 90%, actually more, of online entrepreneurs fail within the first months, really. So here's a fact. You know, in retail, they say the key to success is location, location, location. Guys, have you heard of that before? I'm sure you guys have. If you have, just say, yeah, I've heard of it before, AJ. But if you haven't, it's okay. But in retail, they say location, location, location is the key to success. But in e-commerce, it's not one thing 3 times. It's literally 3 different things. The key to success in e-commerce is product, a successful high converting store, and the right traffic. You miss one, you're not going to succeed. You miss another one, you're not going to succeed. Or I've seen people, you know, not do well with all 3 of the categories. And that's really why it really boils down to that. Just having that one of those off or all 3 off is the reason why we fail online. Good news, okay? You guys ready for some good news? The total worldwide e-commerce sales in trillions of dollars is growing every year. So here we are at 2.3 trillion. It was 1.9 last year. It's going to 2.8. So in the next few years, it's going to double. It's going to double. You guys have seen this, right? Where retailers are slowly closing down. JCPenney, Macy's, all these big box retailers just shutting down because of e-commerce. So for those of you who are skeptical about like whether there's still a market, whether there's still demand, whether it's too saturated, whether there's enough business out there, put that to the rest because we're talking about trillions with a T, right? Which is basically the equivalent of the entire US economy. I mean, it's just insane, the opportunity, and yet it still keeps growing. Another good set of good news, 51% of Americans prefer to shop online rather than in stores. But that number goes up to almost 70% for millennials or Generation Xers. Another good news, e-commerce is still only 1 in 24th the entire commerce market, and it's growing by double digits every single year, guys. So why does this high ticket concept work? First off, there are over 1 million high ticket products that are drop ship friendly, and there are suppliers who are eager to work with you. You guys just probably have never come across this concept because you've been inundated with gurus telling you that the best way to do it is to go to China and drop ship cheap products from AliExpress, and you can start like with a nickel in your pocket, right? And the problem is everybody and their grandma knows of this method, yet why are we all still struggling with it, right? So remember, one thing I want you to keep in mind is holiday sales are around the corner, and they do represent 70% of sales, right? If you're watching this later on and you realize, holiday sales have already kicked off, remember, 70% of so basically if you launch now, even if you haven't made any money yet, if you launch now or right when the holidays start, it's almost like you started in February or March. That's what it means, because 70% of your full year of sales will come from the holidays. So if you guys stay tuned, I'll show you how to launch a new store using my method and be up and running in up to 21 days. Yes, it's possible. I promise you, I've seen it happen before. So today we'll be going over the exact strategy my team uses to build high ticket stores, one of which generated $1.5 million for us in like literally 6 months. So what you're looking at here, guys, is a slide. This is an actual image I copied from my listing that I posted when I sold my first high ticket store. So a lot of folks didn't know this. I finally sharing it now, but 1.5 million in sales is what I was doing. And I was generating $450,000 in profit. And this was back in 2014. That's when I first came up with the niche. And literally in 6 months, I'll tell you guys my story later, but literally I went from like bankruptcy, almost bankruptcy, eviction notice, all the sad story stuff you guys are used to hearing, right? I guess I'm no different. I had my car evicted. I almost lost my family. I got divorced. And, I was really at the lowest point of my life before I figured out I had to figure a solution to this. And thank God I've discovered high ticket. And believe me, I went through some pain points. Like I tried low ticket, I tried Amazon. It just wasn't working for me until I discovered this method, and it just worked flawlessly for me, right? So this is an actual listing of my store that I'll tell you guys about later, okay? Now, what about today, AJ? You guys are looking at this like, AJ, but this is back in 2014. Well, here's a store that we launched back in September of this year. So what, last month? A recent store we launched using this new method that I'm going to teach you guys I can't tell you the secrets, but basically in this store, I sold my partner, actually, Jay Ketsu, sold $4,000 products with zero inventory and only using our marketing strategy, a good website, and some Wi-Fi, of course. But here you go. 20 orders, $80,000 in sales. So if you do the math, that's about $4,000 an order. And you can see the time lapse, right? We had some orders at 4 a.m. That's because we targeted some people internationally. And then it really took off around lunchtime. The key to this one is we were doing business to business sales. So we targeted a lot of businesses that had that kind of capital cash flow to make those kind of purchases. But this is one day, by the way. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know if you think this is a month or a year, but this is a single day. From 4 a.m. to 4 p.m. The day wasn't even over. I think that day when it was all said and done, Jay did $150,000 that day. So yes, single day. I'm not telling you that's what you're going to make. I just wanted to share this with you. So let me ask you guys a quick question. The only reason why you haven't succeeded yet is probably because you lack the knowledge and skills, right? That it takes to be successful in e-commerce, right? That's it. Nothing else. It's nothing else. It's not that complicated. You just like a little bit more knowledge, a little bit more skills to make it to the next level. If you agree with me, just give me an amen and we'll keep going. Now, again, remember I already mentioned this. What makes us different is we are doing this right now. I'm not teaching you a method that I did 6 years ago or 6 months ago. I'm teaching you methods that are working for us now. We're doing this now. We are e-commerce entrepreneurs. I don't need the money from these programs. I don't need the money to survive in order to, me coaching and training is a side product of my success, meaning I love to do this. I want people to succeed and I'm trying to build my legacy. But first and foremost, I'm an e-commerce entrepreneur today. Now, what about some real case studies here? This is an actual store, guys, a video of one of our stores, live video, watch. All right, so I wanted to show you that there's actually usually music behind it, but I think I have my Bluetooth set up. So let me turn off my Bluetooth so next time you guys can hear that. So I want to give you a little bonus for sticking around all the way to the end because I know how boring I can be sometimes. If you guys stick around to the end, not only am I going to give you an invite to join this cool community, but I'm also going to send you a list of 2,000 new supplier lists, my 30,000 list of Shopify stores ranked in order, where you can actually click on it. I actually use this 30,000 Shopify list ranked in order when I start thinking about new niches, because basically I'm spying on my competition, but ethically. So if you stick around to the end, I will give you those. So please keep that in mind. Now, I really want to show you guys how to create a successful business online just with one high ticket product a day. With just a website, a laptop, and some Wi-Fi, and selling one product a day. I'm going to show you guys how it's possible to generate $60,000 a month and make 20 grand in profit. And I know it sounds crazy, right? Because now we're adding it all up. But all I'm telling you is if you think it's possible to sell one product a day, then my method is probably going to be really good for you, okay? Special invite again to join my private community of digital nomads. Obviously a really cool thing because I don't invite people all the time. And just because I'm not charging you to be here, remember, it doesn't mean you're not going to get tons of value that you can go apply ASAP, right? So without further ado, drum rolls. In 6 months, I want to tell you how one of my students went from being fired from his job, right, back against the wall, really thought heavy about going back to work as a lower tier because he was a project manager. He was going to go back and do something like where he was going to have to listen to his old, like he was the boss. And then I guess he was going to work for some guy that he would have been the boss of. I don't know. The point is he said, nah, screw that. I'm going to figure out how to become an entrepreneur and make money on my own. figured out, like, he joined one of my webinars, and this is what he did literally 60 days after he launched: 28,000 in sales from 15 orders, and he kept going up. He kept going up. He kept going up. Because once you scale, right? Here's the thing about e-commerce, guys. Once you hit a number, it's only a matter of scaling, because you've already proven that it works. Okay, you've proven that 15 people out there are going to buy something from you and make 28,000. Then I guarantee you can find the 30 people, the 50 people, the 100 people, right? So once he scaled enough, he sold it. And literally, guys, I kid you not, he just literally sold his store. I helped him sell it. And that's something I do, by the way, because I have like a network of investors and buyers. And sometimes I buy my students' stores. So yes, there's a chance I might buy your store down the road if you implement my strategy. So he sold it for 450 grand. I'm actually showing you guys his Instagram user ID, which I probably shouldn't do. But here he is in Lake Tahoe, just kind of taking it easy, having a good time. I would be too if I sold my business for 450 grand, right? Now here's a video of Mike talking to me.
9-to-5 job, it wasn't horrible, but it wasn't what I wanted to do, and it kind of fell apart on me. And I had wanted to get into e-commerce for a while. At that point, I had already been kind of aware of it. It seemed like somewhere I wanted to be. But what ended up happening is I started really getting into the idea of doing it, and realized I had no idea where to begin. It was very daunting to me, especially as somebody who's not tech savvy or had any kind of really retail experience. I had done sales, but I always had the opportunity to get in front of somebody and actually selling something. So the idea is just putting stuff out there and hoping they buy it, and even finding the people that I had no idea where to begin. So.
All right, guys, I just wanted to show you a little clip of an interview with Mike. This is actually before he sold his store. He was doing really good. We had this like Facebook Live event. Now, does this sound like you? Let me ask you guys questions, okay? So time to pay attention. Does this sound like you? You found out about dropshipping, went to Aliexpress to source products, built a store, ran ads, but got very little results. Does that sound like you? How about this? You just can't seem to find a good product that will be a huge success, and you feel like everyone else has scooped up the winners. Does that sound like you? What about this? You've been itching to finally make this online thing work, but you don't feel like you have the right help or guidance. Does that sound like you? All right, guys, you're probably struggling with, maybe this is you if you're struggling with, you don't know how to find a winning niche. Who's struggling with that? You're tired of chasing after sales and selling cheap products. Who's struggling with that? You're wasting money testing Facebook ads that don't work. You're probably struggling with this, aren't you? Who's struggling with wasting money on Facebook with ads that don't work? Maybe you're just seeing newer people getting started and finding success way before you. Is that you? Right? Maybe you invested in the wrong mentor. Maybe that's probably you're struggling with that. So guys, if that's you, you're not alone, okay? You're definitely not alone. First, let me tell you what a successful high-ticket store is not. Let me tell you what it's not. It's not about selling thousands of products. It's not about finding trendy, viral, cheap cash t-shirts to sell for $30 to only make a $5 profit. It's not about running Facebook ads to cold audiences and praying that someone would buy and just hoping you get lucky. It's definitely not about making a quick buck and selling something that no one really wants to buy a few months from now, right? Because that's not a real business. It's certainly not about working all day, stressing out about sales, customers, refunds, your Facebook ad campaign. It's definitely not about that at all. So who am I? I think I should take a quick moment, guys. I'm not trying to boast about myself. I just want to tell you who I am. My name's AJ Joma. This is me with my family, okay? This is Monica, my daughter Angelina, my daughter Rosie. And look, I flipped houses when I was 19. I've always been an entrepreneur. I bought my restaurant when I was 26 years old. I bought an existing Cece's Pizza franchise that was generating $2 million in sales. And I did it right after college. And I did it with little money. I did not come from money, guys. I launched a high ticket store back in 2014 where I sold it right under $2 million. And then I manage a portfolio right now, this is me today, of e-commerce stores with over $10 million in annual sales. Now, I know you guys don't know me, I can pretty much say whatever I want, and it might be true, it might not be true. So I have two things I want to tell you. Google me. If you want, Google me, AJ Joma. I'll tell you right now, you'll know all about me. You'll find my Facebook, you'll find my history. I'm sure Google has everything about me. So when I say, if I say I'm this person, I promise you I'm this person, and I back it up. Here's some stuff. Here's me at my restaurant at Cece's Pizza. This is my daughter that's all grown up now. This is me with some friends. This is me at another pizza concept here in Austin called Uncle Matteo. So I've been a pizza guy. And actually, I was featured in the front page of a newspaper when I was 26, when I bought Cece's. And it was called A Will and a Way because I didn't have the money. I only had $10,000 in my pocket. I was really struggling. My credit was ruined. And yet I still managed to buy a $2 million restaurant with $10,000 in my pocket. Don't ask me how I did it. But let me tell you something. I really thought I had made it. I really thought I had achieved success until I realized I hated retail. I hated 9 to 5. I hated inventory. I hated payroll. I hated taxes. And I was damn near bleeding money day in and day out. Debt out of my, you know what, led me to a divorce. I was really, actually, this was probably the high point. This is the high before the low, guys. Because I didn't realize I had just bought myself into the most stressful business I've ever came across, which is restaurants and retail. And that's really what drove me away from that into e-commerce. So more about that later. So I ultimately spent $680,000 to make $90,000 a year, which is crazy because I was working 90 hours a week. That's not cool. So I got into e-commerce to avoid that, right? How many of you get into the situation where you're like, why am I working so much for so little money? And then obviously all of us are here for a reason. We've identified that e-commerce is probably a way we need to go to make money online, right? To make a better living, more passive income, maybe at least semi-automated. So look, it wasn't an easy road for me. It was super hard, all right? My first store, I created a subscription box business selling vaping liquids on a subscription monthly fee. When I was charging about $20 a month, it didn't really gain traction, and I just kind of got rid of it. I didn't like it. My second store, I started selling like cat t-shirts. And yeah, I made some sales. Okay, you guys probably are familiar with this, right? Where you feel like you wake up one day, you get like a bunch of sales, and you're like, oh my God, I finally made it. I made $600 in sales this day, but I sold like 300 t-shirts and I barely broke even. And yet I can't even replicate the process the next day. That's what happened with me. And I was like, nope, not for me. That's when I started really not liking the idea of selling trendy products. Okay, then my third store, now I'm on to my third store. I started selling like jewelries, accessories, apparel, and it just wasn't cutting it for me, guys. You know what? I was depressed. It was like worse than selling pizzas to me. So I just said, what can I do to really make real money? I want to make real money, and I want it to last. I want it to be sustainable, and I can't have it complicated. I don't want to, I'm not technically savvy. It can't be too hard. So that's when I came across my breakthrough moment, but June, right? I found out about, basically I found a coach and a mentor. I invested in myself, and I found out about high ticket drop shipping, and I realized high ticket products work. This is an example of an electric bike that cost $3,979. All right. So selling one of those a day can lend itself to $1,500 profits or more. Okay. And let's see. And awesome. Sorry about that, guys. I was just making some adjustments. So what happened then? Let me go back to this. So basically, I realized high ticket works because guess what, guys? I sucked at driving massive traffic to my business. I just sucked at it. I wasn't any good at it. And so I said, well, you know what I wouldn't suck at? I wouldn't suck at just selling one product a day or two products a day. I can do that. And heck, if I have to pick up the phone and talk to somebody, I would be really good at that too. So I realized with high ticket drop shipping, sometimes people want to call you, just make sure everything's okay. They're about to give you a few $1,000s. They want to hear from you. And I loved it because it felt like a real business. And I'll tell you guys later on how I just hired a high school kid for like $8 an hour to handle all my phone calls, and I barely did anything. And then I got a VA in the Philippines to handle all the orders, and I was working less than 4 hours a day just managing ads, my Facebook ads. So I was once in your shoes, guys. You got to understand, I was once in your shoes with zero experience. And then in 6 months after discovering high ticket dropshipping, I promise you, this is a real listing right here. You're looking at a freaking clipping of my listing. I actually should frame it and have it in my wall in my house because I can't believe I was able to do this in 7 months, 6-7 months after I started the method of high ticket. But that's the world of e-commerce, guys. Once you find a winning product and a winning niche and a good ad strategy, like I'll show you today, then you know what? It just blows up sometimes if you do it right. I'm not saying it happens for everybody, but when it happens big. Okay, so my success rate, guys, so here's the thing. I've coached over 200 students, and my success rate with students who've been with me 3 to 12 months have been 80%. Now, I can't validate that. I can't guarantee that. I can't show you statistics and data because the reality is folks don't sometimes respond back, or they go MIA, or something happens. But I'm just telling you right now, high ticket dropshipping works, and it has a really high success rate when done right. But again, you don't have to say, AJ, I'm writing this in stone. I'm not guaranteeing you. I'm not promising you. I'm just telling you, if you want to believe me, believe me. If you don't. It's up to you. So I got 3 hell no tips for you guys. I want you to keep in mind, write it down, because this is what makes high ticket dropshipping different. Never pay for suppliers, okay? Hell no tip number 1. This is probably one of the reasons why I got into e-commerce, guys. I said to myself, you know what? I am sick and tired of people getting taken advantage of. And I've seen all these middlemen suppliers and people thinking they got a really good deal because they found a supplier that would let them dropship. But really, in reality, that supplier was competing with you. And your margins were so low, you weren't ever going to make money to begin with. Never pay suppliers, okay? That's my tip to you. Another tip, don't dropship from China now. Now, look, I still dropship from China from time to time, but if I can give you an advice, if you have not figured out a way to make real money online and you're ready for a fresh start, you're ready for a better opportunity, you're ready for a good idea, then I strongly recommend that you start with working with premium USA suppliers. And even if you're international, I'll show you how to do it, get incorporated in the US. It's not as hard as it used to be. And I've actually found recently a better way to do it. But just take my advice. Do not dropship from China for right now, which includes Aliexpress, obviously. And finally, I do not sell on Amazon. I do not sell on eBay at all. And the reason why, guys, I avoid these 3 platforms is there's a really good reason. Reason number 1, you have to use their fulfillment center, especially with Amazon. So there's a lot of control they take away from you. But my most important reason, because this is what makes an e-commerce business valuable, my number 1 reason, really, this should be my number 1 reason, is we don't control our leads or traffic. Amazon owns the whole process. I compare it to being in a shopping mall, right? You have a store in front, but the mall controls the hours, the traffic flow, but even worse, Amazon controls the return policy. And so look, the thing is, even if Amazon liked what you were doing and you were making money, they can compete against you too. But another reason is it's hard to sell this business, because if I were going to buy your store, and I buy a lot of e-commerce stores, by the way. So if I was going to buy your store, I would say, okay, show me your email list. Show me your data of customers. And if you don't have any, and you're telling me I have to depend on Amazon's mercy and making sure their algorithm doesn't change, making sure your competitors don't give you bad reviews, then why the heck do I want to buy your business? So it wasn't sustainable. Now, you're probably asking, what do you use? Well, are you guys familiar with Shopify? Because I use Shopify. Now, Shopify is just a platform to build a store. They don't own anything. You don't pay them anything other than a monthly fee to have this platform, but you own your own business. And I use Shopify because it's super easy. Actually, before Shopify, guys, if you guys are old enough to remember this, which I'm sure you are, it used to cost like $10,000 to hire a developer to come in, custom code for you an e-commerce store, and then all the widgets and plugins that you need nowadays, a graphic designer. It was a pain in the butt to launch a store, and that was before you even knew it was going to work. So thank God there's platforms like Shopify. You don't need Amazon. You don't need eBay. And own your own traffic. That's the key here. So today I want to show you guys that with the right blueprint, it's not that hard. Okay, this is the blueprint I'm talking about, right? Bam, here we go, guys. Take a look. This is my actual blueprint. You will see this in my wall in my office, okay? So we start off with product researching and brainstorming niches. And I tell my folks, I tell my community, my team, my members, pick 3 products start researching the market. I give them little cool spy tools, and I show them how to identify a winning product based on social proof, sales proof, organic proof. I don't just pick random products and go with it. Then I identify if it's worth it because I call suppliers and I find out. And if it's a yes or a no, I'll move forward with building my Shopify store. And guys, the highest converting Shopify store. Trust me, I do this so much because think about it. With high ticket, you're trying to convince somebody that's never seen you before to buy something that costs thousands of dollars. This is not your typical cheap little $5 product, $20 product Shopify store. You got to know what you're doing. Then I create what's called a pre-engagement page. I start rapidly testing on Facebook, affiliate marketing. Google is my baby. Google is something that makes my method stand out, guys. I don't use SEO or crappy strategies like that. I use Google Shopping, I'll tell you guys about later. But dominating the Google page has actually allowed me to find people that want to buy from me. Because let me ask you something real quick. When you start thinking about buying something, where do you go to research it? Do you still go to Facebook or do you still go to Google? Or do you go to Facebook or Google? Probably you're going to Google like me, right? Because that's where we find out. So Google still has people that are looking for the product you have to sell. Facebook is the place you go to when you're trying to get somebody's attention and let them know you have a product for sale. So if you combine multiple ad campaign strategies and apply the rapid testing approach, you will find a winner. I promise you, it's guaranteed to work as long as you don't give up. So finally, guys, so today I'm going to go over basically a breakdown of this. I'm going to give you my 3 secret strategies. But finally, guys, at the end, with your permission only, I want to tell you guys about my do-it-yourself program, Dropship Academy. It's a coaching program. It's a community. It's like a living organism, okay? Finally, I'll open it up to Q&As. For 15 to 20 minutes, you guys get to ask me anything you want. I won't go anywhere, I promise. I'll answer all your questions about e-commerce, about business, heck, about life or marriage if you want. Just don't bring up politics because then we won't be friends anymore. All right, so quick question. Yes or no, are you guys struggling with your, or to be successful in e-commerce? Who's struggling to be successful with e-commerce? Okay, I got a yes here, yes there, yes, Nick. Guys, if I can't call your name, I apologize. It's because everything is showing AJ Joma because I had everybody enroll under my registration link and then I just shared it with everyone else, okay? So, yes. Okay, so a lot of you are in that same boat, aren't you? Okay, quick question number 2. Do you want to launch in time for the holiday rush? Who needs to launch a new store in time for the holiday rush? I got a hell yes. Come on, let me hit, because guys, I can see your messages and I might even be able to see your name. Good. All right, I see some of you guys come across. Again, I'm seeing your name. I'm just not gonna call it out because I'm not 100% sure if it's you or not, but trust me, I see your names. Somebody just said, hell yeah. And yes. Okay, awesome. Let's see. Awesome. Okay. Yay, I've launched, but doing it wrong. Look, somebody just said, I've launched and doing it wrong. If that's you, you know this is live. Got to get it heated before the frenzy. Yay. Okay, cool, guys. So what's high ticket dropshipping? I mean, come on. All right, so basically, let's go back to the fundamentals of dropshipping, okay? I know you guys are all ninjas and you're experts, but let's go over the basics. First, we start off with, do we have a customer? A customer places an order on our website because we've already found a supplier, all that stuff, okay? So we're skipping a big part of it. But a customer buys something, let's say that costs $600, but I like to think more like $6,000. They buy something on your store, you keep like a $2,000 profit, and then you send your wholesaler a check for $4,000 because that's your wholesale price. So let's just add an extra 0 because that's what I'm dealing with now. Now your supplier handles everything, right? Because all you needed was a laptop and a store and some traffic, but the supplier handles all the real physical stuff. They warehouse the product, they ship it to your customer. Hell, they'll even handle the returns, right? And you do it all over again. That's dropshipping model. High ticket is the same thing, but add another 0 or 2 zeros or 3 zeros to it. That's literally all it is. Now look, guys, I respect your time. I swear if there's anything, I do respect your time because I know how appreciative, you don't understand how appreciative I am for you being here joining me. It really means a lot to me. So I want to tell you guys, remind you guys, I do this for a living. This is another store I have with my business partner. Now, $2 million in sales in 6 months. Here's a testimonial for one of my students.
My name is Mike. I joined Dropship's Academy's Done For You program after I failed with my e-commerce business, dropshipping in China and selling on Amazon. The Done For You program is really a game changer. It lets me just focus on what matters most, and that's obviously my business. AJ's team validated my niche. They designed my store.
All right, guys, I'll come back to Mike later, but that is not Ty Lopez. And also, we'll come back to it later. Now, I'm going to tell you guys something. I know you have questions for me. I know you're shooting them around right now in the chat box, if that's active right now. Obviously, it is. But let's hold off and wait to the end, because I promise you, I will not end this webinar until I answer as many questions as I can live, okay? So if you be patient with me, I'll promise you to show you, or answer your questions live, right? So back to Mike. Okay, he's cool. Here's a store, an actual student store, $122,000 in sales from 197 orders. That is the power of high ticket dropshipping. Show me where else you see somebody in a single month generating $122,000 just from 197 orders. It's ridiculous, right? But with that being said, I got to make sure that you guys understand I make no income claims, okay? I'm not sleazy. I'm not going to, try to take advantage of you or overhype things. I know it's not always possible to make this, but I will tell you this. If you follow what I teach you today, you will be able to create a business from scratch with no experience. You will be able to find a product to sell. You will be able to get suppliers to approve you, and you will find customers that will want to buy from you. That I can promise you. I might not be promising you wealth and fortune and riches, but I can promise you this, okay? And where that leads you is up to you. So here we go. Take notes. You ready? Now the fluff is pretty much gone, guys. For those of you who called it fluff, I'm insulted, but we're getting started now, right? So take notes. Are you ready for my 3 secret strategies? So secret strategy number 1, right? I'm going to show you guys the easy way to find a niche product to sell on your website and get suppliers to approve you every single time. Because yes, it's possible. Yes, they're out there. Secret strategy. Oh, I'm also going to basically let you look over my shoulder as I show you how to find products live, right? Secret strategy number 2, I'm going to show you my 3 favorite high ticket e-commerce stores. I'm going to actually show you the stores. So you're going to get to actually see real stores, high ticket stores, and my conversion boosting hacks. So you're going to write down my top 5 or 3 or 5 conversion boosting tools and plugins that I use that really, really helps me turn cold traffic to buying customers every single time. So if you guys don't do anything else, just write down this part. My secret strategy number 3, and that's it, right? We'll just stop at secret strategy number 3. It's my buyer journey process, okay? Is the key to crushing it with paid traffic, okay? You guys don't know what the buyer journey, it's actually a scientific method of evaluating somebody's purchasing decision, from just being aware of a product to identifying it to researching it to making a decision, right? So I use this scientific research to crush it with my paid traffic strategy. And what I'm going to tell you about today is my 4-part traffic strategy you guys need to copy if you want your ads to start working. Now, first, let's get some fundamentals out of the way, okay? Fundamental is basically showing you why selling $5 slices of pizza for 50 cents profit is wrong. Now, how does that relate to e-commerce? I see you guys doing it all the time, all right? A lot of you guys are selling cheap stuff like this and making small profits. Look, that is no different than me selling my slice of pizza, all right? So sell this, not that, right? We want to focus on selling high ticket quality products, not something that's trendy and cool at the moment, but we're making very little money. Here's some other ideas of high ticket products, guys. It's just better to sell. So here you have an espresso machine that I love. It's a cool design that sells for $1,000. This office chair that sells for $800. This water jet ski, I would totally buy that, that's $6,000. I know a bunch of guys that would buy this right now. The truth is your competition is not selling this stuff, right? They are focusing on low-end products like everybody else and their grandmas. No offense to you if you're a grandma. They focus on volume, not quality, okay? So what I like to kind of compare to low ticket is this. I use this chart, right? And it's kind of like my profit analyzer. I say, okay, look, if I'm going to sell a kayak that costs $2,000, how does that equate to selling wolf mugs, right, for 10 bucks? Let's say they both have the same amount of percentage of profit, 30%. If you sell one kayak, you're walking out with a $600 profit from one order. But how many wolf mugs would you have to sell to make that same $600? You see what I'm saying? And here's a secret. Your Facebook ads, it doesn't distinguish between you selling an expensive product or promoting it or a cheap product. You're still gonna pay the same ad cost. Doesn't matter. So I wanna tell you guys real quick, okay, how can I really condense this down in a way that's logical, that makes sense? I wanna show you guys how just selling one product a day is so much better than just any low ticket volume you can think of, okay? So let's use this cat shirt as an example. Let's use this cat shirt as an example. To make a $10,000 profit, right? Selling cat t-shirts or any low ticket product that sells for around $20, you would need to sell 1,667 cat t-shirts or anything that costs that same price point, right? So we're saying what, 20 bucks? Anything that costs around 20 bucks, 50 bucks, whatever, you know, but for 20 bucks, you'd have to sell almost 1,700. Now, if you guys know of anything about conversion, it says that the industry average in e-commerce for conversion is about 1 to 1.25%, right? That means 1 to 2% of your traffic is going to actually buy from you. So imagine how many, you're probably looking at 30,000 people have to visit your website, maybe more, probably it's a lot more, to sell 1,667 cat t-shirts. Now, assuming you have an average like that, that's actually, 83,350 visitors. Sorry, my bad. I forgot I already did the numbers for you guys. And that's on a 2% conversion, which is very generous. I mean, if you're doing 2% conversion, wow, I'm impressed. You got to call me. We'll talk, okay? Now let's go for kayaks, right? With high ticket drop shipping, selling one product a day for 30 days, right? One a day, 30 days, you will generate, if it's sold for $19.97, and there's a bunch of people that would buy this kayak for $19.97, guys. There is an audience, I promise you that. And that's what I teach, is how to focus on the right audience. But you would generate $60,000 in sales on $18,000 profit. And what I love about this is it's such hassle-free. Like, you're not going to get people asking for refunds every 5 minutes. You're not going to get thousands of people hitting you up. It's very simple because it's only a few orders a month. So I'll show you how to get from 1 sale a day to 2, 3, maybe even 10 sales a day, or maybe even just open a second store selling something else with the same process. So this can be replicated. Adriana is one of them. She's the one who did this $122,000 in 1 month.
AJ, this is Adriana. I just wanted to take a minute and shoot this video, and thank you for giving me hope again. Things have progressed very quickly for me since I first started a little bit over 6 months ago. I just wanted to say that I never imagined that I could generate 50,000 plus more in sales only after joining a little bit over 6 months ago. So,
all right, I'll leave it there because it's not about Adriana right now, but I just kind of wanted to show you, sometimes my students send me testimonials, and she's not the only one, guys. So you guys saw a video of Mike Rodriguez. You heard about Mike Bergio's story where he sold his store for $640. I have a guy, Marcus, in New York that's crushing it right now. I mean, I have students all over the place. I just kind of want to show you, these are the kind of numbers they play with. It's proof. These guys are involved in our community. These guys are people that you'll probably meet at one point or another. If you join my community down the road, you don't have to. So quick question. Does anyone here know what MAP stands for? This has to do with suppliers. Does anyone know what MAP stands for? MAP is minimum advertised price, okay? And the reason why our high ticket method is so effective, guys, is we work with premium suppliers. Now, what that means, why do I want to work with premium suppliers? Because premium suppliers, they enforce a rule that says you are not allowed, no one is allowed to sell their products for a low price below what they deem worthy, right? So they'll set a minimum. They'll say no retailer, even if it's the 800-pound gorilla that you're competing with, or the new guy that came in, no one can compete with you on price below this price. So if it's $1,000, no one can promote it for less than $1,000. If they do, you can actually notify the supplier, let them know, and they might even revoke their reseller agreement. So what that creates is a sustainable business model that allows you to really prosper and work based on your marketing, your quality, your service, not your price. Unlike Amazon or some other places or anything on AliExpress, where people just pretty much do this whole free plus shipping thing, and there's all these gadgets and gimmicks of getting people to buy, and it just starts killing away on your profit margin, not with high ticket drop shipping. So that's one big difference that I love about it. Now, look, guys, this will not work for you. My method will not work for you if you do not like working hard. Okay, if you can at least put maybe I would say 5 hours a week, but the reality is, if you guys want to hit a home run, if you want this to finally work for you, I strongly recommend 15 hours a week. It doesn't have to be all at once, but 15 hours a week is what I find the minimum is for really achieving success online. If you give up too early, this is not for you guys. I'm sorry, this is just not for you. If you expect to get rich quick, please log off right now and go somewhere else, because I am not the guy you should be listening to. I'm used to working hard my whole life, okay? And this is no different. I hustle. Now, we want to, really, I should have made this a secret strategy. We want to sell to the right target market, okay? So because I sell expensive products, I only target on my Facebook ads, my Google ads, when I hit up influencers, I only target based on if I'm promoting it to the upper middle class. Basically, any household that makes over $100,000 a year is considered upper middle class. So wealthy is when you make $250,000 a year per household. Now, why? Now, no offense to the low income, but when you sell to low income households, they tend to be more on edge when they buy something that costs a few $1,000s. They'll probably ask for a refund. They'll probably want like super awesome service and you to attend to them every 5 seconds because they're freaking out about this large purchase that they use to max out their credit card. It's a hassle, more headache. So when you deal with the upper middle class, they're used to high transaction amounts. They have more disposable discretionary income, less hassle for you. Trust me. So when we know who we're targeting to, we can start focusing on what to sell them, right? Now, let me ask you guys this. If you were an upper middle class, what product would you want to buy? Would you buy this $297 bath vanity, or would you go with the middle one or the far right one, right? Now, if I'm a drop shipper targeting the upper middle class and wealthy, I want to sell these two. That's the goal. So that's why if you know who you're selling to, you focus on high ticket products, you work with premium suppliers, it all just starts coming together. Now, benefits of high ticket dropshipping, selling to the upper middle class and selling to the wealthy are less hassle, less returns, less customer service, and they can afford it, which means it gives you more of a lifestyle business, guys. That's what we're trying to do this for. We're not trying to do this to work 50 hours a week and stress out. I'm sure some of you are stressed out right now because your current e-commerce model is not working for you. We're not trying to do that. That's the reason why we got into e-commerce, is not to stress out as much. So the huge reason why we're able to achieve so much success, again, is Shopify, right? With Shopify, we're able to basically create a store that's affordable. It's like $29 a month for the basic package, and it goes up to like $80 a month if you want the premium. And then there's some plugins, but it's cheap, it's quick, it's visually gorgeous. And I want to show you some examples today, but it actually leads me to secret strategy number 1. So right now, literally right now, I want to go over the easy way to find a niche product to sell on your website and get suppliers to approve you guys every single time. So let's get ready to look over my shoulders as I share my screen with you to go out there and find a product live. Okay, so you guys ready? But before we do, you need to know what to look for. So I'm about to give away the 5 key metrics I use in my own business every time I find a niche. So get ready to write this down. All right, here's the 5 key elements, guys. So write this down because I'm not going to come back to it. Hopefully you're writing this down. Price point, it's got to be what I call the sweet spot, which is between $800 to $25. So when you're looking for a product online, let's try to focus on this area, but that's not to say you can't go over. I love selling products that cost more than $2,500. But what I find is this is the sweet spot, right? You must work with premium US suppliers that enforce MAP, minimum advertised price. You must have at least 5 to 10 suppliers in this product category. So let's say you find some weird kayak that you want to drop ship. If there's only one guy that makes it and he doesn't want to drop ship to you, you're out of luck. But if you find 3, 4, 5, 10 suppliers, then that way you can, have a higher chance of one of them working with you. So more suppliers, the better, but not too many, right? 5 to 10 is a good number. You got to have less than 25 competitors. If you guys look online and you find there's like hundreds of competitors in this product niche, I would stay away just for now because you don't want to stress yourself out. If it's under 25, that's good. It means it's proven, there's a demand for it, but it's not too much either, and there's a chance you might succeed. Finally, no brand loyalty. What do I mean by that is when you start selling products online, you don't want to sell products like laptops, like apparel or shoes, especially laptops, electronics, cameras, because they all are dominated. There's by brands, right? There's brands like Sony, like Nokia, not Nokia, but like Nikon, or on laptops, Apple and Samsung, or phones, that companies have invested billions of dollars to convince people that when they're ready to buy that, they're only going to buy it from them. So when there's brand loyalty to a product, they're not going to want to deal with you guys. It's just a fact. So here's a typical living room. Before I share with you my screen on how I find products, we got to know what kind of products. Would you believe me if I had told you everything in here is expensive and dropship friendly, right? Like this ottoman, it probably goes for a few $1,000s. This rug, right? This couch, right? What about this chandelier? Awesome, bougie looking, unique chandelier. There's people that will buy it. There's so many more things, guys. These chairs that probably go for, a few $1,000s. This rug right here on the floor. It just goes on and on. This painting, this plant vase, and it all revolves around our launch process, right? So when we're at the point of finding a product, we're saying we're right here. Now it's brainstorming and product research time, right? So then I'm going to go over secret strategy number 2, which is basically my conversion boosting hacks and my 3 sample stores I want to share with you. So here, guys, here we go. Without further ado, I'm going to go to a new screen and I'm going to start researching Google, and I'm going to look for high ticket products. So you guys ready for this? I want to make sure you guys are all here with me. So let me know you're ready to roll, okay? Let me know you guys are ready to roll. Ready, ready, ready. Ruben says, I'm ready. Okay, let's go. All right, come on, guys. Let's go. This is the fun part. Let's do it. All right, there we go. Now I'm getting some attention. Okay, great, guys. So here we go. First product we're going to research is, let's say we're starting from scratch, right? So I'm going to Google. I'm actually going to go to Pinterest first. So start using Pinterest. And I love Pinterest. If you guys aren't used to Pinterest, it's what I call the future Google shopping. Literally, it's the future Google shopping. If you don't know what Google shopping is, I'll show you momentarily. So with this, I'll just say, I'll look at hobbies and niches and see what they pull up. Oh, wow. Holy smacks. I do not look like that. Okay. So, oh yeah, guys, this is an old picture of me. I'm just kidding. So let's look at home and decor, because that is one of the most common areas to go. And now we can start looking for product ideas, right? So what I want to do here is basically see if I can find anything that appeals to me that I think people would want to buy, right? Okay, obviously couches, things like that. So one thing that would stand out to me, for example, now that the winter time is coming, is something like electric, and you're welcome for this free tip, by the way, electric fireplaces, right? So now I get to see all these different designs and models, and I want to now identify, hey, does this have the 5 key metrics that I just identified with you guys, right? Price point, is it dropship friendly, da 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 da. And so what we'll do is, now that we've got some ideas and visions, we'll say, okay, cool. There's all these cool products that I might want to dropship. I wouldn't do something as basic as something like this. I just don't see people buying it. But I would look for something really unique, really trendy, and I would try to Google it afterwards, right? So this is what I want to show you guys. Electric fireplace. No, I don't want to pin this. Not do it yourself. Built in. Cool. I like this. I like things like this, right? So I want to Google this stylish fireplace and interior. So here's what I do. Now I leave Pinterest and I go to Google. Google is the reason why I'm able to find success online, guys. So I'll type in like electric fireplaces, and I'll put like unique or trendy or something like that, because I want to find something that's cool. And let me tell you, this is a good time for me to introduce you guys to basically, I want to introduce you to the concept of Google Shopping. So one of my main marketing strategies, and the reason why I do what I do and I do it so well, is I teach my members how to dominate Google. So if you guys notice, the old days, everybody used to compete with trying to get ranked in Google around here. I don't do that. I work with Google Shopping, this stuff right here. Did you know that even if you go to page freaking 10, you will always have Google Shopping products because Google makes money off this. They want people to see this. So when somebody's researching your product, you find them here. So I always list my ads here in addition to Facebook, but I have another secret later on. I'm gonna show you the tools I use to make sure I get shown up in shopping, in maps, in images. Okay, there's images. There's so many images right here. I always shop using Google Images because I just think it's easier. So I'll show you how to get on here for free. So I'll talk about that later, but let's focus on researching. So I go to Google Shopping, right? And I start seeing products based on electric fireplaces, but you can put any product you want. And I come to this section. You guys see this category here where it focuses on price? So remember I told you my sweet spot's 800 to 2,500. So I'll put that in here. And it'll tell me all the products in this category that sell for this price. Now, not only will it tell me that, but guess what? It gives me the suppliers too. So I click on one of them and I start extracting information as I need. Now, then I go and visit their website, right? I go to a competitor like this guy right here. And I don't want to go to big brands. I want to go to smaller brands that look like it's a dropship friendly store. And here you can see this is a dropship friendly store. And I can tell just right off the bat because it's a niche specific store. So you can see here, guys, that this guy carries a lot of products. He has some complementary products. That tells me, you know what? I have a winner here. This is selling. Somebody's promoting it. This guy's clearly making money because he's advertising on Google Shopping, which means that he's not doing it for free, right? He's not doing it to be nice. He's making money. So it's a good niche. It's dropship friendly. I can tell already it's dropship friendly because it's a niche specific site. And then I just basically find the supplier and I start calling them to get approved, and I go and build a store, not a niche specific store, but I'll find a few other products and I'll start testing them on Facebook. It's really as simple as that. And I want to give you guys some free tips on how to really build a store the right way and what tools I use, okay? But another thing I want to show you guys, I'll show you in the next lesson, is real store examples that we have, okay? So back to the presentation. So now we're here, right? We've done some market research. I've just identified a niche. Now I need to find out if it's dropship friendly, if it's worthy of moving forward to build a Shopify store. But I'm gonna assume it is, right? I'm gonna assume you guys did your research, you followed my program, and I'll tell you later on how my students do it. But once we do, we start building a store, okay? And then to build the store, that's where I wanna go to next with you guys. Now remember, for those of you who's asking me questions, save it to the end. I will answer your questions, I promise. So secret strategy number 2, what are my conversion boosting hacks? How do I build a store super fast, super efficient, so I can go make money online quickly? And I really use Shopify. You guys already know this, right? But I want to show you guys some store examples of what high ticket stores look like and some of the stores we built. So here we go. This is called Shades of Light. It's a chandelier store. You can see it's elegant, it's trendy, and you can buy some really cool chandeliers from it. But simplicity design, very modern, very trendy. This is the kind of store we work with. Another one is these guys right here are pretty cool. You know, this is actually one of our themes right here. So if you guys want to know, and you know, look guys, there's products everywhere. There's products everywhere. This goes for $3,343. You can add it to your cart. Very high converting, boosting hack kind of concepts here, like countdown timers, unique visitors. Look, visitors right now, 95, 96. Uh-oh, hurry up. It's about to leave. 22 out of 25 orders. Another high converting boosting kind of trick is the zoom feature when you look at product images. Another one is when you go to a website, you want to be sure you have like a quick view option. I don't know if these guys have it or not. Nope. your phone number displayed because you want people to call you, guys. That's the secret to high ticket. You want people to call you, okay? Remember that. You want people to call you, and you can always have an automated phone system or something like that. Here's another one I want to show you guys, actually, is this animal pet store. Really cool. So if we're building a store for one of our members, we basically look, who are we appealing to? Who's the target market? Are we hitting up dog lovers? Are we hitting up, you know, if we're hitting up dog lovers, we're going to make it more like funner, higher color schemes. We're going to make it really engaging. If we're hitting up like chandeliers, then obviously that's going to be different, right? So here's like kennels, you know, when we look at kennels, kennel is a high ticket product. You can see here, guys, they have low ticket. I'm sure they have high ticket. Yeah, they do. You probably got to go see, you got some that's $500. Now, the difference between my stores now and these stores you're looking at is I only sell expensive products, right? So we wouldn't be selling, we wouldn't be selling all these things here. Now, finally, this is a really good theme right here that we use for furniture stores. Really elegant, really transparent. And oh wait, this is the same one we just looked at. So let's go back here, and I think it's this one right here. Maybe it's this one. There we go. You guys see this right here? This is one of my favorite themes to use when I build a high converting store. You got to make sure there's a search bar that's really easy to use and transparent. You got to make sure there's really high resolution, high quality images. And there's a lot of conversion boosting features on here that you guys probably don't see from the naked eye, just because, you know, but the thing is, when people make high quality purchases, when people buy $1,000 products, they really got to build some sort of credibility with your website. It's as simple as that. You got to build credibility. And I'm about to give you some really cool tools. You guys ready? Here we go. Image Optimizer is a Shopify theme that we use that helps us show up on Google Images. So let me show you what I mean by that, okay? Remember, I took you guys to Google Shopping, right? And one of the reasons why I think my high ticket method does so well, and it does really well, is I'm able to go to Google Shopping. I'm able to type in, basically type in anything, right? Let's say electric bikes. And what I do, my game plan is I dominate Google Shopping. So first I show up here in Google PLAs. Now PLA stands for product listing advertising. I don't want to confuse you guys. We'll talk about it later. But in a nutshell, I make sure I dominate Google Shopping. I dominate Google Maps, images, and I try to show up everywhere I can. So with this free tool from Shopify, you guys can immediately guarantee every time you load a product on your Shopify store to show up, where is it? To show up here in images. And it's just more free traffic for you, okay? It's more free traffic for you. So you show up in Google Images. Then later on, I'm gonna show you how to show up in Google Videos, because I'm gonna teach you about video ads and how not only is it great for Facebook, but it's also great for Google. And it's free. When you do these kind of things, guys, Google loves great content and they'll load it up on their website for free. So that's what helps me out. I dominate Google in a different way than you're used to seeing. I don't just pay like AdWords and keywords and all that stuff. No. Or SEO. I do it completely different. That guarantees me to be on the front page every single time. I want to dominate this page. So Image Optimizer, write it down, guys, and make sure you use it, okay? Another great tool, and I'll go through this quickly. Again, I just mentioned it allows me to dominate Google. Is tracking and delivery updates by Aftership, right? So Aftership is a Shopify tool, and here's why it's awesome. I'm not going to go over it extensively, but if you have a Shopify store, go get it right now, add it to your store now, because it's a really cool plugin that builds a lot of rapport and trust with your shoppers, because it allows them to receive updates on where their product is. But not just that, because we all know that's kind of common, but Shopify doesn't do it automatically. You got to install this theme. But here's where it becomes powerful. You start building trust and rapport, right? Because customers, the only time they really like hearing from you is when you tell them where their product is, right? So instantaneously they like it. Secondly, now you're able to basically tell them an offer. So you can modify the pitch and say, hey, your product is on its way, but today only we have a 20% off this that will go great with your product. So they really love hearing from you, and it gives you a chance to counter offer something or upsell something else. Really cool feature. Another one is Pinterest. Pinterest, guys, Pinterest is the new Google Shopping. Pinterest is huge. If you don't have a pin in all your products, you're losing money because it follows it on Pinterest. Somebody pins it, another person can see it. They can even buy it straight from Pinterest. I've used this one tool alone to really help me make some more money. And it's pretty amazing. And I also retarget and drive traffic on Pinterest. And in my Dropship Academy course, guys, that I'll tell you about later, and no rush, I teach you how to do that, okay? Finally, Sales Pop. It's basically a pop-up social proof feature that says, hey, so-and-so just bought this product. Hey, so-and-so just bought this product. And people see that and they say, oh, wow, other people are buying this. This must be really cool. It must mean that it's okay to buy. And so it really increases your conversion. Now, I know I'm talking fast, guys, and I apologize, but it's just because I have so much to teach you and I want to get through this. So before I keep going, let me ask you guys, are you guys getting value from this so far? All right, I got a yes from Ruben. Who else? Guys, come on, talk to me. Let's go, let's wake up, let's wake up. If I'm not adding value here, then this is the time to hang up on me, because if this is not value to you, I don't know what is, okay? There's nothing else. Can you imagine I'm actually giving you this stuff for free? Seriously, right? Yes, yes, awesome, yes, yes, like the practicality. Rick says yes. All right, yes. AJ, yes, yes, yes. All right, thank you, guys. Ruben, all right, love it, guys. And I'm trying not to say names on here for a reason, but a few names that pop up: Bianca, John, Ninja, love it. Okay, guys, love it. Thank you so much. All right, and I apologize in advance for talking fast. I've drank a lot of coffee this morning. I've been working on my e-commerce stores, applying new methods, and then I got to take a step back and teach. But I'm ready to teach you the most important part of my process, guys, my 4-part traffic strategy. If you guys were to use this alone in your existing low-ticket store, it would help you make money. But I'm hoping that you guys don't do that. I'm hoping you take a step back and realize I need to implement high-ticket dropshipping. I'm hoping that you decide I need a new pivot. I need a pivot and I need a new strategy, because that is what makes a successful entrepreneur. Someone who takes pride to the side and says, look, I acknowledge I tried something that didn't work. It's time to try something different. So who here would consider launching a high ticket store from the ground up? Let me ask you that. Okay, I'd consider it. Marco, Ruben, Josh, and someone just said to me that they think this is pre-recorded. I am insulted, okay? And you know what? Sometimes it is pre-recorded. So what? You're getting value, but this is live. So here we go. Traffic strategy number 1 is Google Shopping. I just went over it with you guys. If you want to really, really, really get people who are ready to buy from you, you need to be in Google. Now, look, I mastered Facebook ads, okay? I love Facebook ads, and I've learned really cool methods to make a lot of money online, and Facebook ads is my baby, because I know how to do it right. And of course, I teach you guys how to do it right when you join my community. And of course, I have people in my I have people that are students of mine right now in this webinar, because I give so much value in my free webinars that they say, hey, I'm going to be on it anyways. Or maybe they just love my motivation. I don't know. But I dominate Google still, because that is a big part of my business. I dominate Google Shopping, Google Images, Google Videos. If I could dominate Google News, I would. But there's a way to get in every single section of Google. Do you think this is up here? This is the most powerful company in the world. And yet they still have these little things that we all ignore, right? But they're powerful. They're great for conversion. So if you guys can dominate the first page of Google the right way, then you're guaranteed to show up quick, get quick sales, and generate profits. And I'll tell you how I use it along with everything else. It's not just a one-part strategy. All right, now why Google PLAs? PLAs basically stands for Product Listing Ads, okay? It gives you immediate results. It allows you to get targeted traffic, right? People who are actually looking for you because they're researching your product. And it appears everywhere, obviously, right? Then we use Facebook Dynamic Product Ads, in other words, called DPAs. And we've all seen this annoying thing from Facebook, right? Where you go to some freaking website and you check your Facebook and then you see the same damn product that you just looked at. It's creepy. That's called Dynamic Product Ads, and it's brilliant, and I love it. And definitely I implement it in my strategy. You guys should be doing it alongside Google, okay? Third strategy, okay? Affiliate marketing. I have a robust affiliate marketing course that's taught by my business partner, Jay Ketsu, who extensively goes over, actually, affiliate market is the reason why his first store did like $200,000 a month. And basically it's a way to get really, really targeted traffic from very motivated people because they're big time influencer, their guru, the guy they looked up to or the girl they looked up to tell them how to live basically, right? Just said, hey, go to Ruben's store or go to Lisa's store or go to Tom's store and buy their product. And then when they do, your affiliate earns a commission, but he doesn't make money until he gets you a sale. Beautiful strategy. If you guys aren't using it, you really need it today. It's a different ballgame out there. You can't just rely on one form of traffic anymore. Finally, for all the people, so okay, one more thing about affiliate marketing, it's badass, okay? You get your influencers gets a commission. They bring you very targeted, really serious, money like motivated people who are ready to buy from you, and you convert them to buyers a lot more than you do cold traffic. Love it. It's amazing. You literally get 3 to 10 times more conversion. Finally, what about everybody else that's not ready to buy from you? The biggest mistake I see entrepreneurs make is they forget to retarget them. They forget to indoctrinate them. They forget to build a relationship with them. And you guys got to do that. Let me ask you something real quick, guys. How many of you got my emails? How many of you, I love somebody said, shut up and take my money. All of you got my emails. Now, what did that do besides annoy you? What else did that do for you? It built trust, didn't it? Did I not build a little bit of trust with you guys? It got you here. Somebody said it got me here. Now, what the heck makes you think that it's any different with e-commerce? And I swear, you don't understand how many times I see people neglect this. Look, a majority of my sales comes from my email marketing, not from my direct marketing. Another reason why, guys, is down the road. This is the reason why I don't drop ship on Amazon or use anybody else, because down the road, you own that email. So if you launch another store selling something else, all you got to do is send a mass email to your list and you might already have buyers before you even run ads. They'll validate your niche for you because they'll be the first customers you hit up. Isn't that cool? Like, email marketing is so important. It's unimaginable. Like, I can't even ignore it. So I use all 4-part traffic strategies, guys, but email marketing is important, guys. It's so important. I can't emphasize it enough. I'm not going to go through one by one with this. All right. Another thing, guys. So here's the thing. Here's my plan. Write it down. My 4-part strategy: Google Shopping, then I retarget them on Facebook, and Facebook has become so dominant. I want to tell you guys, and I'll share with you because I'm releasing something called Dropship Academy 3.0. I'm going to be shutting down all of the things I'm doing right now. And the reason why is because I just started testing this new thing called rapid testing, where I'm creating video ads and hitting it up on Facebook and Google and YouTube. And it's just been working so crazy that I have to like take a step back and breathe for a second and say, oh my God, you remember that sale I showed you guys earlier where I hit 80,000, my business partner, Jay Ketsu, hit $80,000 in a single day? That's insane. That's because of this new approach. So I'll tell you about it later. But this is a 4-part strategy. I don't do one. So let me ask you guys real quick. How many of you are using all 4 of my traffic strategies right now? Right? For the most part, we're just using Facebook, right? Just Facebook, most of you guys are going to say Facebook, and you're shooting yourself in the freaking foot, right? You're shooting yourself in the foot. I remember I had this one student before he started really killing it, making last time I talked to him, I think he was upwards of 100,000 a month, which really is shocking to believe nowadays that doesn't surprise me, because I've seen $100,000 days, but I called him stupid, and I shouldn't have called him stupid. I regret it. But, he knows how I am. I'm very blunt. I didn't mean it like personally, because when you don't retarget your audience, when you don't have an email marketing campaign, you literally are throwing away money. You might as well have just donated it to the Red Cross or just threw it out at your window, because that's exactly what you're doing when you don't have all 4 strategies. So guys, if it's okay with you, because I'm not used to going from teaching you to pitching something, right? Can I tell you guys about my high ticket Dropship Academy program? Is that cool with you guys? Only if you feel like I added value, because if I didn't add value, then ignore me, turn it off, go about your business. I totally understand. I won't feel offended. Okay, go for it. Sure. Denise says yes. Emily, Thank you guys. I appreciate it. Okay. And I promise it'll be as entertaining as everything else has been so far. But the goal of this is to show you a way to get to that next level. Holidays are around the corner. You know, this is live. If you guys don't know by now, it's definitely live. But if you're somehow watching a replay down the road, then holidays are around the corner. If you're in the middle of the holidays, it's still not too late either. So I want to show you how to launch faster. And this is the way I know how to. Okay. This is not just a course though, guys. You got to understand it's actually being a part of a community. It's being a part of a team. It's being a part of a system. That's what I really want to promote to you today. Now, guys, my goal today is not to sell you on this high ticket launch funnel, this high ticket method, because I know it works. I've already proved it. Okay. But I bet you that if you let me set this exact process up in your current business, I could literally double your sales in 30 days. I know this because I've already done it. This is my process. This is my baby. This is my blueprint, guys. And I promise you, if you do this, if you don't give up, you will find a winner. And a winner can change your life. I had a guy message me on live chat the other day. And believe it or not, I check my live chats. It comes through my phone. I check it. Sometimes I respond. Sometimes I let my team respond. But the guy said to me, AJ, just $1,000 a month would literally change my life. $1,000 a month, right? I guarantee you this method works. It just takes somebody who's going to work hard, not give up, go through the process, right? So here we go. I really do believe my high ticket dropshipping method is pioneering. It's absolutely pioneering. It's not just a successful new way to dropship. It's literally revolutionized how we and our members market, position, and sell online to make more than our competitors. The process has proven to instantly allow you to get more customers, dramatically raise your prices with zero resistance, and work less than ever before. Hopefully, you join me and my team and you'll make a ton of money like Adriana, like Mike, like the other Mike Rodriguez that you guys thought was Ty Lopez, and like Marcus and many more. And it will allow us to share your success story because I want you guys to be successful so I can make more money promoting this darn course. It really comes down to that. Well, this program, because it's more than a course. So here it is. Without further ado, this is Dropship Academy. It's my high ticket academy. And I want to just tell you about it real quick, right? This is why I love it. It's a freaking blueprint that's easy to follow, guys. You have 6 phases from building the foundation of your business to finding a product to sell, to researching your market, creating your store, right? Calling suppliers and getting approved, and targeting your traffic. It's really that simple. It's not rocket science. If you can follow me on this webinar, if you like the way I teach, if you like my style, you'll love my training. And I don't just leave you with training, I promise. But let's go over this one by one, okay? Hang on tight. Foundation. So when I say foundation, we're getting to know each other, right? I have a welcome message. I kind of bring you in, indoctrinate you. I tell you a little, we basically decide, is dropshipping for you? Is this method right for you? And getting your mindset right. Then we go to step 2, which is let's find something to sell. How are we going to find something to sell that's going to make us money? That's what we need. So in phase number 2, I literally have tons of videos where I introduce you to what physical product we need to look for. Is the price right? The brand, the metrics, the target, generating ideas from nothing. And at the end of each module, guys, I basically give you an action. I give you a homework assignment. All right, I give you a freaking homework assignment. You better do it because I'm a tough coach. And it's going to get you from point A to point B. Then we move on to market research. Right now, just because we got some ideas doesn't mean nothing. How are we going to make sure it's the right one? So I show you how to use Google Shopping more extensively. I give you my tools, my worksheets, my plugins, all the things that I use currently in my own business to research and spy on my competition and make sure, look, is this product going to make me money or not, right? That's what we need to know. Then we start creating our store. Now, why do we do this? Well, we got to do it for 2 reasons. One, we're not dealing with some shady, low quality supplier. We're dealing with someone that's going to say, hey, if I'm going to give you permission to sell something that I clearly love, which is my product that costs thousands of dollars, I need to make sure you are someone that's not just some knockoff high school kid that's trying to make a quick buck, but rather you know what you're doing. So we give the impression of, hey, look, we've got successful businesses. Here's a store I got for you that I created. Take a look. Let me know what you think. And then once we create our store, so what do I do with creating stores? I focus on teaching you guys branding and logo, how to come up with really, really cool brand names, how to install a really cool Shopify theme. And yes, I do give you a free Shopify theme. That's amazing. It's not free, actually. I charge like $300-400 for it, but it's free with this program, right? And then, of course, I show you how to set up your first Shopify account. I show you how to do everything as if you never even stepped foot in the world of e-commerce before. And guys, I know you're asking me questions right now, and I promise you I'm going to answer all your questions. So bear with me as I go through this, okay? And I know you're wondering how much this costs. I will tell you it's coming, I promise. So thank you so much for your patience. So again, continue on with course creation, downloading our theme, customizing our theme, setting up our menus, our logos, and it's really easy to follow. No videos longer than a few minutes, maybe 5 minutes up to 20, 30 minutes, and you go step by step by step at your own pace. You do it at home. It's an online training program, and I'll tell you later how I have a community of people ready to help you, okay? Finally, we're ready to get approved by suppliers. In this part, I'll give you my script. I'll give you my phone and email script. I'll give you scenarios. I'll give you recordings of how I called suppliers, and I'll walk you through what's a good supplier, what's a bad supplier, what they're looking for, and how to take action now so you can get approved by them. Then now it's time for the fun part, traffic, right? Searching your banner ads, retargeting, Google shopping ads, paid traffic introduction, but more importantly, everything you need to know about Google shopping. Look at this. This is not 1 or 2 lessons, right? It's extensive. So that's, look, part 1, it just keeps going on. And I teach you the right way, guys, how it all fits together, how it works on your ad account, step by step. And of course I have Pinterest and social traffic and influencer marketing and setting up your first Facebook pixel, setting up your dynamic ads. And guys, you're learning from me and my business partner, where we have really, I think, mastered this part in a level that I don't think many people have seen. And it's hard to quantify because it's something that we're recently experiencing more than any other time in our company's history. And the thing about what I do is I constantly teach you guys and evolve my courses. So if I learn something that's working, I don't wait 2-3 years to teach you. I go right away. You guys that are members of mine in my community right now, you guys know that I update my content all the time, and you will always get my updates, okay? So I gotta ask you guys, before I tell you the price and all that, I gotta ask, what the heck is your goal? Do you wanna make a large sum of money by selling your store like I did? Or do you want a long-term passive income business so you can have financial freedom? Maybe you're actually just passionate about building e-commerce businesses and you wanna do it full-time. Which one are you, guys? Long-term, number 2, I'm long-term. Who else? I wanna quit my job. Okay, come on guys, bring it to me. I wanna know your goals. I seriously care. All right, all 3. I got all 3 from some of you, all the above. Good. All right, guys. So remember, this is stuff we do every day. One of our stores now. One of our students, when Mike, who hit 28,000 in 30 days, actually 60 days after he launched, from 15 orders in a single month, guys. That's less than an order a month, less than 1. So you can literally go half the month without selling anything, and then half the month of selling 1 product, and you'd get to $28,000 with my method. And yes, the profit margins are decent. They're not great, because to me, great's like 80% profit, right? But the profit margin on these were like 30%. So if you're okay with making 30%, then you're good, okay? If 30%, if taking home, $10,000, $15,000 a month is okay for you, then this is for you. If it's not, then it's not. All right, Adriana, bam, $122,000 from 197 orders. Guys, one order, $2,595. You can see here, it came at 12 o'clock. That's crazy, right? Because if I was this person, I'd be like depressed up till noon. And then I'm like, yeah. And then after 12 o'clock, you're like, oh man, but you're good because you got your 1 order. And that's enough to make a profit for a single day. How many of you guys would be happy with a $700 profit in a single day because you sold 1 order? Right? Exactly. Come on, guys. Let me see your feedback. Who'd be happy with making just 1 order a day? How much time would that give you with your family? How much time would that give you with your friends, with traveling, maybe quitting your job? Just 1 order. Guys, see, it's not as complicated as people try to make it seem. You don't have to find the next trendy product to make money online. So again, guys, because I'm proud of this, here's that store that we did 2 million in a few months. All right, let me see if I can skip this the right way. All right, now guys, I could have done this the cheap way, right? Before I tell you the price, I could have gotten you a low quality course I created 3 years ago and never update, no support, no help, no coaching, no community, outdated tips and resources, which is what a lot of guys do right now. But I decided to do it the best option, right? It's a little bit more expensive on your end, but you get more help. You get up-to-date training. You get live mastery classes. Yes, live mastery classes. Monthly mastermind group calls, and even invitations to our annual retreats. For example, not to make you guys jealous, but in the next 5-6 months, we're going to be in Greece. I have like a few hundred people that are in my community, and I'm inviting them all to join me in Greece. Yes, like the country Greece, not the movie. And so why? Because it's a lifestyle business, guys. A lot of the folks that I help, they want to travel the world. They want to move to Thailand. They just want the next part of their life to be better, you know? And so I totally respect it. I get it. And that's why I host these retreats, and they're so amazing, guys. They're so refreshing, and we learn so much. So it's definitely something that you guys, I think, would love and enjoy. Here's the catch. All right, I'm just kidding. There's really no catch. I just thought it would sound cool to say it. So here we go. Without further ado, here's what you're going to get, okay? Because I'm getting to the good part. You guys have stuck with me all the way to the end, so I love you for it. Thank you so much. Here we go. It's a webinar-only offer that I call Do It Yourself, where basically I'm going to validate your niche, right? Before you even take the course, I got to tell you, I will personally, not me personally, but me and my team will validate your niche for you, okay? I want you to process that through your head. I will validate your niche. We as a team, so imagine the burden lifted off your shoulders when you know myself and my team have said, yes, this is a good niche, or no, it's a bad niche. Number 2, I'm going to give you my Dropship Academy course, right? You're going to get access to all my 7 modules or phases. You're going to get access to all the updates. You're going to get access to all my training of traffic, paid traffic, social traffic, affiliate marketing, my scripts of suppliers, my everything. And I'm about to release 3.0, which is going to be which is going to include our new rapid testing approach. So you're going to get all this, okay? All this. I know that sounds like it doesn't look like that much, but I promise you guys it's quite amazing. Phone and supplier script, because there's nothing harder than to get a supplier to say yes to you. So you're going to get my phone and supplier script, easily worth $997, guys. My Dropship Academy, there's probably people in this program right now that will vouch for the fact that they've paid $5,000 to join my Dropship Academy course. Don't worry, I'm not going to charge you $5,000. I just want you to know that people really believe in what we do here. I'm going to give you access to 7-Figure Skills Volt, lifetime access to Dropship Academy and Volt. And Volt is just basically an area that is exclusive to members, where we'll give you, and not just the Volt that some of you probably bought when you first learned about me. This is more lessons, more videos, more content, mastermind group replays, awesome content. I'll have influencers come in and teach some stuff. I mean, this alone can sometimes make or break a deal. You're also going to get access to my monthly mastermind group calls. Monthly mastermind group calls are so valuable, so important, guys, because I've seen people transform their business from like no traction, no idea, to like making money because they joined a monthly mastermind group call, became a part of a community. And that's really the key to success, guys, is being a part of a mastermind call, being a part of like-minded people like you, like me, who have the same passion, we have the same energy, and that's what we need. And you get access to my business forum online, easily worth $3,000, right? So the niche validation, the Dropship Academy, my phone and supplier script, my 7-Figure Volt lifetime access, my monthly mastermind group calls, any single one of these can transform your business, guys. Easily worth $16,982. Easy. I know it's worth way more. Okay, but don't worry, it's not going to cost $17,000. But let me ask you something before I tell you the price, right? How much could you sell your business for if I helped you generate only $4,000 in profit by just selling 10 products a day? How much do you guys think that would cost you? Or sell for? How much do you think you can sell your business for if you get to that point? If you believe me when I say 100 grand, I'm not even kidding. 100 grand, 4,000 a month, right? 4,000 a month, that's like $58,000 a year in profit. You would easily sell it for over $100,000. And I've seen students do it all the time because buying e-commerce business has become the thing for investors because it's the best passive income business they can buy. Real estate's kind of tough. Everybody's waiting for the bubble in the stock market. But if you have a good passive income business that's easy to run, you will easily sell it. And a lot of my high ticket students are selling their stores right back to their suppliers because the suppliers don't want somebody else to own it, you know? So it's a really cool method, guys. It really works. But more importantly is what I'm finding that investors and buyers really like the idea that A, they own the leads. B, it's a sustainable business because of something like MAP and there's agreements with suppliers. So it's not something that can just disappear on them. C, it's very passive-y, like not completely passive, but semi-automated, I guess is a way to put it. And investors and buyers and other e-commerce entrepreneurs, they love that. More importantly, suppliers, right? Now you've worked with suppliers and they're like, wow, this guy's bringing us a lot of money. I don't want to get rid of whatever he's doing. So let me buy his store and see what he's been doing that's been making us so much money. That's why it works, guys, okay? So a high ticket academy, I call it the do-it-yourself package, definitely a webinar promo. I normally charge $4,687 for this. That's my general public price. But because you guys have stuck here with me, you've given me your time, you clearly enjoyed what you watched, and I enjoyed having you here. So because you guys are special, you stuck around to the end, I'm offering you my entire program for just $14.97. It's a one-time payment of $14.97. That's all it is, okay? And here's what it looks like. And I'm gonna actually include the link, but wait, there's more, okay? I promise you there's more, and I'm gonna give you some bonuses, okay? So first and foremost, what I want you guys to do is click on the link here that you see in the chat box that we've been using and go ahead and place your order now, because in the next 30 minutes it's gonna come down, or when the webinar ends, because here's what you're gonna get, okay? Here's what you're gonna get. Bonus number one, you're gonna get one-on-one coaching, okay? For 30 days, we're gonna basically, the moment you enroll, you're gonna be able to schedule a welcome call with our success coach. Yes, this is somebody who's been through the program, who's had success, and they're gonna be able to walk through the process with you, right? So you get a real person to help you. In addition to everything I just mentioned, you get real help, all right? 30 days of unlimited coaching from phone, live chat, but real one-on-one coaching with a coach. So when you're stuck with trying to find a niche, you got help. When you're stuck with trying to run traffic, you got help. If you're having issues with optimizing your site or loading it up, you got help. And that's where I see people fail, guys, is like they don't get the help they need. Yeah, they got the course. Okay, good. Now what? Implementation. But when it comes to implementation, we all need help. And most programs out there, they don't have that, or anywhere you go. So here you get 30 days of support, 30 days of help. Somebody's saying the link's not working. Let me see. No, it's working. It's working. There it is. It's working. So click on it, try a different browser. It definitely works. I just clicked on it right now and it worked for me. So give it a try. And I'm also going to give you guys another bonus. Okay. So here we go. So 30 days of unlimited coaching, a real welcome call with a real success coach, and you still pay just $14.97, but only during the webinar. So if you join before the webinar ends, I will only do it during the webinar offer. So guys, as long as you can hear my voice, it'll keep going on, okay? As long as you can hear my voice, it will keep going on. And I'm about to answer your questions. We're about to start Q&A, so don't worry, don't freak out. Now, as people are asking me for the link, here it is. Do you see it in the chat box? Do you see it in the chat box where we've all been talking, okay? So look at it, copy it, paste it, click on it. But I have another bonus for you. I have another bonus for you, okay? Bonus number 2. The number one reason I see people fail after they join a course or a program is that they get stuck, right? There is a point where we all get stuck, whether we are stuck with driving traffic or stuck with their store, we just get stuck. Who can relate? Okay, who can relate to that? Because that's what happens every time. And I thought about it. I said, how can I help you guys get unstuck? And I came up with my Done For You option. So with my Done For You program, it's really, really cool because we step in and help you when you get stuck. So if you enroll before this webinar ends, I'm going to invite you to join my most exclusive program, guys, where my team and I steps in to build your store, basically. And it's only usually we interview people, you have to get invited, and it's not an easy process. But it's basically my done for you program, and you automatically guaranteed a spot to join me. And to talk about it, I'm going to host a live event next Thursday for only those who join today. Right now, if you guys join, I'm going to invite you next Thursday live with me. It'll be more intimate. It'll be more just us. And I'm going to tell you how to launch your store in time for the holidays. You'll already have access to the training. You'll already be a part of our community. You'll already have your welcome call. But in addition, I'm going to show you how you can become a part of my Done For You program, where my team and I will build your store and set up your traffic. And guys, this is where the success really takes off. So the benefits of the Done For You, only if you join my Do It Yourself program today in this webinar offer is let me move this timer, okay? Perfect for members who get stuck, right? It's perfect if you don't have experience. It's perfect if you don't have time. It's perfect if you're just tired of the fluff content, right? It's perfect if you need this to finally work. If you just need this to freaking work once and for darn all, then this is the program for you, okay? So that's why it's so valuable. I'm going to shoot you an invite to join me next Thursday and give you an invite to join my Done For You program if you get stuck, and you can only be a part of it. And I usually only accept 10 people a month into my Done For You, but that's why I have a Do It For You. And if you get stuck, there's a Done For You. And it's an amazing 2-part process, guys, that leaves no man behind. So you will find success. And it's still just $14.97, guys. So $14.97, click on the link, join it, and you'll get an invite to learn more about the Done For You, to basically get introduced exclusively to the Done For You. So the Done For You is a chance for you to guarantee that you're going to have a high converting store and the right traffic campaign. But you first got to go through the pain points of doing it yourself, because you got to learn how to fish for yourself. It's not fair if you just have me do everything, right? So join the Do It Yourself at this exclusive offer before it goes back to $4,687. Take advantage of the 2 bonuses, and you will have access to us potentially building out your store for you. So you're guaranteed not to get stuck like everybody else, right? So I'm about to open it up to Q&As, right? But before I do, guys, I just got to keep reminding you one more time, the value of everything we get, right? So the value again is what? It's, where is it? Right here, right? So I want to go over this one more time, then I'm going to answer all your questions. Niche selection, niche validation by me, AJ, right? You're going to get Dropship Academy. You're going to get phone and supplier script. You're going to get 7-figure Vault lifetime access to it. You're going to get monthly mastermind group calls. You're going to get business forum, access to my business forum, where I invite experts to come in and teach you guys. I bring specialists, I bring panelists, I bring people from all over the world who are experts in dropship e-commerce and high-ticket dropshipping. Heck, I sometimes have suppliers on there. I sometimes have guys that create my Shopify theme, and they're all part of the process of helping you guys launch your business. More importantly, you have access to me, okay? Just keep in mind, remind yourself, if all I did today was launch a business that helped me generate, generate $4,000 a month in profit, could I sell my business for at least $100,000? The answer is yes, and I will even help you do it. And again, this program is normally $46.87. I'm literally giving it away for $14.97, one time only, guys. You see the countdown timer? Once that sucker goes to 0, that's it, it's gone. And if you want the Done For You option, you need to join this. Yes, so I just got asked, I'm ready to open it up to Q&As. I just got asked, would I roll this over to the Done For You program, right? Would I credit you this? Yes, enroll today, and I will credit every penny towards the Done For You program, okay? So keep that in mind. And the Done For You is the one surefire place you're gonna go to guarantee that you're gonna have your store launch and launch fast, launch right, and your traffic set up the right way, done by my team. The same team that I use, by the way, to run all my stores. So keep that in mind. Let's see, this time slots are a little bit different. I'm gonna put this over it because this is probably more accurate. So again, guys, let's go ahead and go over some Q&As. Who has questions for me right now? All right, I have tons of questions. Okay, here we go. How much is the difference between the done for you other than the $14.97? The done for you is not $14.97. It's an exclusive program you got to get invited to. By becoming a member of our do-it-yourself program today in today's webinar offer, that's only good for 38 minutes. Not only are you going to get already access to Dropship Academy, which is the same content that the done for you members get, but you get an opportunity to have my team work on your store. Otherwise, you're not going to have that opportunity anymore. I used to allow people into the done for you program straight through, but not anymore. You have to be a member of Dropship Academy to get into the done for you program. So if you guys do that, I will accept you in the done for you program. But first, before I tell you more about the done for you program, I'm going to host a live training where I'm going to teach you guys some new stuff only for members. So this is not going to be some like salesy stuff. I'm going to actually work with you on getting your store ready, finding your niche. And that's going to be next Thursday, by the way. And then I'll tell you, I'll open up because I cannot, it's not for everybody, right? I can't accept everybody. So I'll open up about 10 spots. And if you are a member today, you're guaranteed a spot to join us as long as you qualify for it, right? And I'll tell you more about what that takes later. But it's definitely a different ballgame, guys, because I invest my hard-earned money into your program, into your store, into having my team build things out. So it's a different program, different approach, but it guarantees that you won't get stuck. If you get stuck, there's a way out. And that's the problem I see with everybody that buys courses these days and tries to do something on their own, is they get freaking stuck. So let's see, what else? Is Dropship Academy open to learn as you go, or are there specific live training times? I have a full-time job and I need to grow this as I have time. So whoever asked that question, right? Yes, this is learn as you go. I will never take this down from you. I will continue to evolve it. And don't forget, you're going to get a welcome call, an opportunity to schedule your welcome call with a success coach. So you can go over the program, you can go over the training, and you can go over everything you need. But it is definitely learn on your own pace, learn on your own time. Someone just said, AJ, I just joined your program. Congratulations and welcome. And you should get an invitation to join me for my live event for the Done For You training for members only after you guys click through and join. So thank you so much. Someone just asked, when will 3.0 program be released? I'm expecting it to be released in the end of November, maybe early November. So I need about 30 days to finish it out. I'm really creating it right now. I'm about to go away for the next 2 weeks and clear my mind. I might actually go to Thailand. I might go somewhere else and just focus on 3.0. So you guys, I promise you, you will get access to 3.0, no additional charge by joining today. What else? Is there a guarantee? Someone asked me, whoever asked me, is there a guarantee? I hope you're still on here because I definitely want to answer your question. And will you ever offer this again? I don't have that much. I wish I did, but I have to hire a lawyer with the money I saved up. I should have it in December. You'll have to wait till December. I'm pretty sure I will still be educating. I'm pretty sure I'll still have Dropship Academy, but I'm pretty confident the price point will be different. But you're welcome to wait till then, and no guarantees on anything. My courses are definitely non-refundable because I guarantee you the support you need. In other words, if you get stuck, I'm there for you. If you get stuck, I get you a coach, even if I have to personally intervene. And I would rather offer that to you than some 30-day refund policy, because here's why people offer refund policies, because they know, you know what, you don't like it, just take your money back, go somewhere else. But I don't want that. I want you to succeed, right? I want you to know there's no turning back, because when your back is against the wall, that's when you really succeed in life. I swear, that's what it took for me. Remember I told you guys earlier that I was bankrupt, almost bankrupt. I didn't file. I was almost evicted. I had my car repossessed. I needed my back. There was no guarantee. There was no restart button for me, right? It's then and there that I really broke through, guys, and made success in e-commerce. And I know it's the way for you. And that's why I don't like to offer it. I'd rather guarantee you the support you need so you can be successful. Any advice for hungry beginners in dropshipping that can't afford your program? Yes, my advice is follow all my free content. Visit my blog at sevenfiguresskills.com. Watch as much as you can. And more importantly, just experiment. So maybe just start doing something. Start building a store. Start driving traffic for $5 a day. But just don't give up. Don't give up. And my biggest advice is, look, you guys remember earlier I told you I bought a restaurant and I had 10 grand and I bought like a $2 million business that cost me almost $700,000. You know what I did? I used other people's money. I went to family and friends. I put it on my credit card. I got a loan, because when you believe in your passion, when you believe in yourself, nothing can stop you, because all you have to do is be resourceful. You don't have to have the resources. Those who achieve success are resourceful. Now, I'm going to continue to answer all your questions. Somebody said, AJ, I bought your $97 and $67 products, but never received it. Well, send us an email. Okay, actually hit us up on live chat. I promise you my team will help you with that. Whoever asked that question, don't worry. We're going to make sure you get taken care of. Now, also, if you bought the $97 packages early on, or the $67, whatever it is, that's just an intro. You got some cool tools. You got some basic lessons. But if you want to take it a step up and get the Dropship Academy, do it yourself and qualify for my Done For You program, then I will credit you the difference, okay? So you won't have to double dip. Search on Pinterest for ideas of stuff. Somebody's asking, so what you guys are hearing me do is answering people's questions, right? So search on Pinterest for ideas of stuff to sell, then go to Google. Okay. How do you find suppliers? Well, I explained that in my course and I kind of went over it today. I showed you guys using Google Shopping how I find suppliers, but I go over it extensively in my course. All right, next question. How do you integrate high-ticket items into a Shopify store? Well, the same way you integrate it with a Aliexpress store. Basically, you just load up your products. Your supplier is going to give you product images and descriptions, and you go to Shopify, you set up your account. Of course, we show you how to do this in the program, and you just go for it, and then you start listing your product. It's really not hard, I promise that. Let's see. Now, guys, I strongly encourage you to get started, especially if you want to be a part of the Done For You later on. But with 31 minutes left, I sure don't want you to miss on your bonuses. I don't want you to miss on the chance to be a part of something really cool at this price point, because the price will go back up. As I mentioned, if all I did was help you make $4 grand a month, you could sell your business for 100 grand. So you tell me, is 1,500 bucks worth the investment for a chance to even make 1,000 a month? If you made 1,000 a month, I'll show you how to sell your store for $24,000. It's not hard. Hell, I'll buy your store. There's a lot of times where I'll buy student store from you. But of course, it's always taking action, and it's that initial moment where you have to invest in yourself. That's the scariest, and I get it. All right. Let's answer some more questions. I have a lot of them. Any advice for hungry beginners? I think I already answered that. How long have you been having these courses? I launched Dropship Academy probably like 4 months ago, but I've been teaching this method for the past 3 years. And really, I kept it a secret for a long time. I didn't want to share it with anyone else until I decided, look, it's okay to share it with other people. How does the $1,000 back guarantee work? So I didn't mention this, guys, but I do this $1,000 money back guarantee if you succeed. So I like to reward success, not failure. So with that, I tell my students, because what I find, guys, is when I tell you there's a reward mechanism for being successful, I find more people become successful. It's the weirdest thing, right? So I reward you for good behavior. And here's what I do. If in the next 6 months, you can prove the concept works, build some success, generate some profits, find a high ticket product. I don't care if you're making $1 million, 100,000 or 1,000. Show me you've proven this concept works. You're making money. Get back to me and I will PayPal you. Just show me your Shopify store and your sales and I will PayPal you $1,000. So it's like you're getting the course for 500 bucks. And I guarantee it. It's an amazing, cool tool that I've seen a lot of people enjoy. Okay, someone asked, how much time does it take to get started making decent money? And how much money upfront do you need to invest in marketing? So in addition to the course, you probably want to set aside about, I would say, $20 a day on ads. Okay, you got $30 a month on your Shopify store. That's the monthly fee you pay for Shopify. And by the way, I have a Shopify link that is exclusive to us that gives us 21 days free trial, 10% discount. But if you were to get started, I would recommend $20 a day. So do the math. That's like probably $600 for the month. You should be able to make money by that time if you're running ads at $20 a day. hopefully if you do it right, right? So $29 a month and $20 a day, really that's all you need. All right. Let's see what else. AJ, do I need to fill out the Done For You program right now or wait? Whoever asked that question, have you already joined the Do It Yourself webinar promo before I move on and tell you about that? And to answer your question, as long as you register for next week's webinar, it's not non-members, it's only members. And it's not gonna be a pitch fest. I'm just gonna tell you about how we're gonna go over how your training's going. I'm gonna tell you how we can build the store for you if you want us to. It's my personal team. And we go from there, okay? So yes, fill it out. If there's an application or something, go ahead and fill it out. Does $1,000 guarantee also works with Done For You? Yes, it does. Whoever asked me about the Done For You, the $1,000 guarantee does work with the Done For You. So here's the link again to the Do It Yourself. And let me ask you guys, who here wants to just directly go to the Done For You? Who here would enroll in the Done For You right now if I offered it? All right, one person. So I still have over 100 people on this live training. There is 27 minutes left. You guys tell me, what questions do you have for me and why, and what can I answer for you to get you off the fence? And by the way, I'll probably be ending this webinar in the next 5 to 10 minutes. I know it says 27 minutes. So what I'll do is after we end the webinar, you're gonna get a few emails from me where I'll give you the link to the replay. If you're watching the replay, then obviously you're already there, but this is not, this is currently live. And I'll extend the offer for until this thing expires. And you will then see that later on today, the price will stay the same for until midnight, but the bonuses will go away after the webinar ends. And then tomorrow, you're still gonna get an invite to join, but the price is gonna go up by $100 a day until Tuesday. On Tuesday, I'm shutting it down. I mean, like literally closing down Dropship Academy to any new enrollment, closing down the Done For You program, and I'm gonna work on 3.0 and re-releasing it, so I'll probably be shut down for a month or two. You will lose your any chance to be a part of this high ticket method. All right, let's see. I already signed up with someone else, but need your courses too. Not in budget right now. Totally understand. I respect it. AJ, join the Do It Yourself program via your link and figured I'd enroll in your Done For You program to kickstart and learn. Great. So Done For You program, you're going to get a special invite from me tomorrow. If you just want to bypass all the stuff and just upgrade to the Done For You, you can do that. And I'll send you a link tomorrow. I want you to start going through the training today because you should get immediate access. I have a friend that used to sell $500 to $2,000 items on Shopify and stopped letting him use their payment gateway. Yeah, it's possible, but the thing is, there's other payment gateways. There's not just one. And there's ways to get other payment merchant providers, and so it's not detrimental. You just got to find another gateway provider, payment gateway provider. As a starter, most don't have $1,500. You all seem to forget that. True, but I'll be completely honest with you. It takes money to make money, and you will hardly find a supplier that will work with you if you don't show them you have a marketing strategy that involves you spending money. And you know, there's some people seem to still be believing in the illusion that it does not take money to make money, but that doesn't mean you can't get to that point. There are a few people who have killed it with no money, but they are far and rare. The reality of the real world is it takes money to make money. So this isn't for everyone, I guess. I just don't offer payment plans because I'll be honest, it's just not worth it for me. I mean, I have a serious method that works really well. And I do have like a entry level program that's $67, you know, that's kind of like just the fundamentals, like intro. and some cool supplier list that you can call up. But, you know, my method has literally helped people make hundreds of thousands of dollars. So for that reason, I don't even discount it. Honestly, I debate it with my team whether I should offer a $1,400 product, because I usually do my done for yous, which normally go for $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, $8,000. AJ, I work in sales. I already like you because I have a sales background, and sold more crushed quota to make an extra $1,500 for this program. I want to build a vehicle to multiply my money. Do it. I believe in you. Somebody said, I just bought it. Is it good? I don't know. I'm confused by that. How do we get the bonuses for staying until the end? That will get emailed to you guys. The bonuses to join, the bonuses that I promise you, it's going to get emailed to you some point today. I promise you. Okay. Ruben just bought it. Welcome aboard, Ruben. And like I said, Ruben, if you're going through the process, you will see an invitation to join our Done For You. Yes, it's a different program, but it's something that you should at least be made aware of, because I would say about 50 to 60% of all my members that qualify join my Done For You program, because it's such a peace of mind of having my own team build out the store and run your ads for at least set up your first ad set. I set up your social media pages. I give you 2 free tickets to join me in Greece. It's so awesome. I love it. And not many others are doing it. Somebody said they just Googled me and no one has reviewed me. I never said Google's to review me. I said Google's to find out I'm real, and what I say about myself is real. And I'm sorry, but reviews are not what Google or myself is about. Going through the legal battle ATM, can't afford it. I got you, brother. Don't worry, James. Do your thing, sir. All of you who are on here that cannot afford it, don't worry. Hey, it's cool. I get it. This is really for those who can afford it, who's ready to join and ready to start kicking ass and taking names, right? So I know my method is going to be successful for you. That's why I'm promoting it. And I can't wait to see you guys on the other side and help you succeed. Let me see if I skipped the question, guys. And if I did, I apologize. You know, I'm getting tons of questions. You guys can ask me other questions related to anything. Thanks, AJ. I appreciate all the content you have shared. No problem. I'm glad you liked it. I'm at work listening on my phone, and I can't purchase this till later tonight when I get home. Will it still be there at the same price? Yes, it will still be there the same price, whoever's listening on the phone. The bonuses might be gone, but I don't think that's a big deal because it's better than paying the $4,000 price I'll go back up to by Tuesday. So yes, click on it on later and enjoy and enroll. Any advice for hungry beginner dropshippers that can't afford your program? Yes, keep developing your skill set. Attend these events. Go through my blog. Start just taking massive action. You guys got to just take action. That's really what it comes down to. Taking action. What else? I have a profitable store. Should I still invest? Hell yeah, it's called diversification. Can you guarantee me your profitable store is going to continue to be profitable for the foreseeable future? And I'll tell you this, just from an investor perspective, if you want to take any advice from me on money, any successful business owner will tell you the number one stress they have when they're starting to have a little bit of success is having all their eggs in one basket, right? So their number one pain point is, how do I now diversify my success into other fields? And high ticket dropshipping is a hell of a diversification. I know guys in real estate that have put $30,000 with me because I have this thing called a store in the box. Guys, I have a thing called a store in the box where people invest $30,000 and I take an equity in their business to build their store, find their niche. I mean, it's the whole 9 yards. I do it all. And I get more people enroll into that than what you guys are paying for $1,500. And the reason why I think it just comes down to peace of mind. It comes down to, knowing that, hey, what's the highest probability of my success? So, I think I lost my train of thought. Am I in a cat? Yeah, Ruben, you are considered a Dropship Academy premium member. Yes, you are. I have a profitable store. Should I still invest? I have answered that one. And yes, you should definitely still invest, especially you. Can you open a general store with your method? Yes, you can. You son of a gun. Somebody just asked me if you can open a general store with my method. And the answer is yes. And here's why. In Dropship Academy 3.0, when I release it coming soon, remember, I'm shutting down everything. No one is going to be able to enroll brand new. And then I'm going to revamp my entire course. And I'm going to release Dropship Academy 3.0, where I will be introducing to you guys a general store method so you can rapidly test products forever, right? If you're constantly testing new products, you'll not fail. It's just a matter of time before you find a winner. And I'm going to introduce that. And that everybody who signed up today, don't freak out. You all are automatically going to be upgraded. The difference is those who join after, that's going to be a different price point. I promise you that. You mark my words, this program will be $2,500. Just the webinar bonus. All right. The real retail price is still going to be like $5-6 grand. Boom, 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 boom. I might still have a section for the existing videos. Someone just said, no, don't take away the existing videos. All right. How do you get suppliers? Again, guys, as I speak, it's because I'm answering your questions, okay? So how do you get suppliers to sell it to you at a lower price if they themselves are advertising on Google, etc.? Guys, because they can't be everywhere. No supplier in the world, not even Amazon, has enough money to reach 2.5 billion consumers around the world that shop online. They need us. That's why. And we're the one, and they don't have to spend a penny on Shopify. They don't have to spend a penny on customer support. We incur all those costs. That's why. Somebody just said, I am in. Introduce yourself, whoever just joined. Welcome, by the way. Do you recommend a new business ad account for a new high general store? Yeah, I would. But if you have a business ad account on Google or Facebook, then you've probably collected a history of data in pixels. So I don't recommend a new ad account if you have existing data in pixels, because you can tap into that with a new niche. Don't do it. When you purchase the Done For You program, will you receive a timeline of deadline in order to get the store up and running in time for Black Friday? Yes. Who just asked me that question? Let me know your name. Yes. On Tuesday, October 31st, for those of you who are not members, all my Done For You members, not my do-it-yourself members, not anyone else, just Done For You members. I mean, everyone's going to get invited to this. This is a mastermind call for members only that's happening October 31st. In that, I'm basically going to lay out the game plan to have all my Done For You members. I have like 50 Done For You members. None of them have been longer with me longer than 3 months, right? But I have some that have just kind of got stuck on finding a niche, or maybe they're at the part where they're calling suppliers. So what I'm doing next week, guys, for all of you still on the fence, okay, because I still have about 150 people here. If you join today, right, whether you do it now or you do it later today when you get my email, that's fine. But here's what's going to happen next week. A little insider secret. I haven't really told anybody outside of my team, and a few emails I've sent out, is I'm hosting a mastermind group call for my members, where I'm going to focus on all my Done For You members, where basically we're going to have what's called a hackathon, right? I have all hands on deck, my entire team of designers, Facebook ad managers, social media managers, my copywriters, all the guys I use on my team are going to basically stop for a week on working on AJ stores and focus on your stores, help you through your pain points with your niches. Because here's the thing, I need everybody's niche and supplier selected, picked, and your web design request form in by next Friday, right? So you got 2 weeks from today to find your niche, secure a few suppliers, and let us know so we can build your store in order to have it ready in time for the holidays. And yes, they will all be ready in time for the holidays. High converting, beautiful Shopify store, your ad sets created, so you can have the best possible chance of launching in time for the holidays. And yes, obviously we would do it for the Done For You members, but even if you just stay a do-it-yourself member or just have one of our regular courses, you're still gonna benefit from all the momentum, right? Because you just gotta do it yourself, but you're still like, okay, I'm gonna meet that deadline too, AJ, and then I'm gonna build my store. I see it happen all the time. Did that answer your question, guys? Sorry, I get really motivated and pumped up. I hope you guys are enjoying this. Hope you're enjoying the presentation. And I really, really am super grateful that you guys joined me today. Who else is still, okay. Who else? So obviously there's still a few of you that are gonna be pumped up to join the Done For You after today. I can't wait to accept you guys in. I just have to make sure I have enough room. I clear up some space, and you'll start getting an invitation to join shortly. But for everyone else who's still on the fence about joining our Dropship Academy, just the do-it-yourself program, who's still on the fence about it? Now, when you say me, okay, first and foremost, if you guys are watching a replay later on, because this is being replayed later on in the day for those who missed it, then obviously I'm sorry that you missed the live event, but I hope that in me presenting the questions that was asked live, that you guys get your questions answered. So now I'm talking to you guys that are watching this in the future tense later on. Everything that applies is still relevant to you, and I really hope that I've convinced you to join. But if you have any questions, send my team an email, send me an email. Just hit us up at coach. The address is coach@sevenfiguresskills.com. Coach as in like, hey, coach, put me in the game at sevenfiguresskills.com, or just join the program because it's as relevant. I can't be online 24 hours a day, but obviously this replay can. So anyways, I just thought I'd throw that out there because I'm about to end the presentation. For those of you still on the fence, Jerry or whoever else, I usually get hundreds, if not thousands of people a week join my webinar. I hope that you decide to join this community. Not for 1 second, don't you dare think, I don't care how much money you have, that this is not a big decision. It is. But it's always about investing in yourself. So here's how I see it. Well, I never see, and when I invest in an educational program, when I invest in a coach or a life coach, because I have life coaches, when I invest in mentors or a personal trainer or, any of those kind of things, I always ask myself, if nothing else, will I at least gain a new knowledge that I would not have otherwise had before? And can I take that knowledge and apply it to other things in my life? And if the answer is yes, then 100% sure you should invest in this program. If the answer is no, then don't do it. Don't. If you don't think this is going to benefit you outside of e-commerce, don't do it. I have a feeling it will. Someone just said, AJ, on the fence, this is a big decision. Again, I get it. Everything in life worth having is a big decision. You guys know this. I know this. And let me tell you, I am no stranger to failure. I have never said I don't fail. But the cool thing about my formula, right? I want to tell you guys, the cool thing about my formula is my rapid testing method, which means that especially when I launch 3.0, which you guys are going to get included in this, but at today's price, not later after I launch it, here's what's going to happen. With the rapid testing method, I'm going to show you guys basically how you're going to eventually find a winning niche and make money, because you're not going to stop picking niches. See, I used to teach, pick one niche, launch a store, see how it goes. And I never really told them what to do after. I just assumed they know, start over. But then I realized not many people do that, don't succeed. So I started testing myself with my own team, a rapid testing method that allowed us to basically continue testing new products. So basically, we never shut down the process of finding niches, of calling suppliers. And if we found something that worked, great. We built a new store around it. We started promoting it. We just turned it into its own business. But that never, then great, then we're set. But if we didn't, we just kept going. Because in e-commerce, I swear to you, ask any of the most highest, ranked, most popular gurus out there, their key to success is that they don't give up. When they fail, they don't see it as failure. Let me give you an example. Let me give you a really good example, okay? For those of you on the fence, for those of you already joined, for those of you, I know there's a bunch of you that are still on the fence that hasn't even said anything, because I've been on these before. I'm not a stranger to it. The reason why this absolutely blows everybody's mind is because, I'm not talking about just my course, I'm talking about just when you don't give up, here's the secret in e-commerce, especially with Facebook and more so with Facebook. Every time you run ads and you test a product, Facebook is collecting data and pixels on your ad account. So even if your niche fails and you launch another store, you're now more powerful than you were before, because now Facebook knows more about the ads you're running, and it's collecting data on people that you're targeting, and it's going to start predicting your future customers for you. Facebook does that. Their algorithm does that. So they'll start predicting for you who your customers are. That's why right now, if you and I launched the same product in the same store, I would have more success than you. You know why? Because I have more data and pixels on my Facebook ad account. You don't. So the truth is, you got to go out there and launch stores, keep failing, because that's not really failing. It's called testing. When you launch a store and you don't profit from it, you have gained your data on pixels, you've gained awareness, you've gained knowledge, you now know how to deal with suppliers, you're that much stronger on your next launch. And I guarantee you, this method works 100% of the time if you don't give up. That's it, if you don't give up. Now, how fast that happens is up to you. It could be a few minutes. And by the way, guys, I have 6 minutes left now before this is gone. So if you're on the fence, it's now or never, because you'll lose those 2 bonuses I mentioned, my 30 days of coaching, my welcome call with my success coach, and the invitation to join the Done For You program. So if you get stuck, I'm there for you. You have an option to get the Done For You program. But if you don't, then yeah, you'll still have an option to enroll, but not with the bonuses. Let's see, Stanley, I'm in. You need to take care of me. All right, Stanley. Well, Done For You program is there for you. The do-it-yourself program, the course is going to take care of you. My coach is going to take care of you. But if you want the Done For You after today, we'll talk more about that later. I'll see you on the mastermind call live on Tuesday. And if I have enough spots, get an invitation to join the Done For You. That's where my team personally steps in and builds your stores for you and sets up your traffic. But you can't do it anymore without being a do-it-yourself member, right? So let's see, who else? How can we make enough to buy your course with the free things we get in the end of the videos? Well, I'll be honest with you. I've never had a problem getting money, and not because I've always had it. Because when I believe in something, I can convince anybody to believe in me because they know how genuine and authentic I am. I'm sure, are you guys experiencing that with me right now? I'm not trying to be egotistical or anything, but do you notice how passionate I am? Do I come across as authentic? I hope I do, because I genuinely believe in what I'm saying. And if you take that same message to your loved ones, to your bank, to your friends, to your boss, and say, hey, look, I really believe in this thing. I want to do it. There is nothing stopping you from raising the capital to do it. I hope that gives you an answer. I know it's not the answer you probably want, but I'm telling you the truth. I have seen ad accounts get banned. Should I have another ad account? Yes. Always have a backup ad account that's not linked to your same IP address. I dealt with that. Oh my God, I do not want to go over it. Somebody just asked me about their ad account. Have a separate ad account. I already have, so Ruben is asking us, I already have, and by the way, I think Ruben is one of the people that just joined our do-it-yourself Dropship Academy kind of webinar offer. So for everybody else, you should take a hint here. He says, I have a Facebook ad account. Would I need to create a new one, therefore getting a new pixel? You will have to have a new ad account for your new business, but hopefully you can have it under your same business manager ad account. So that's just we're just gonna have to wait and see, Ruben. Just in case, my SMART goal is to make back the course fee in 30 days, Heather. All right, I love that goal, but you gotta hustle. You gotta really, really hustle. And that means that if you wanna make your money back in 30 days, I've seen it happen before, but if you really want it to happen, I'm gonna tell you guys, it's not as easy as it sounds, but if you can find your niche within the next 3 days, call suppliers within the next 7 days and get at least a few to pre-qualify you, or enough to say yes, and you build your store in a weekend and you start running your ads, and yes, it is possible. Somebody said, you seem authentic. Thank you for that validation. How much money do we need to invest in our store? $29 a month. If you use my link to, well, this is the link to the offer, but if you use my link, hold on. Oh, okay. So if you use my link, wait, this is for the store. All right. My battery's about to die. I got 9% battery life, guys. Forgot to charge my laptop today. I have my power cord, guys. It just got unplugged in my excitement of talking to you guys. All right, guys. Any other questions before I end this live webinar? And for those of you who are watching later on, just because it wasn't live does not mean it's not as awesome. You can still reach out to me. I am very interactive with my community. So is my team. If nothing else, we are definitely known for staying engaged with our members. So I really, really hope you guys join my community. Come on, there's 1 minute, 57 seconds left. Take advantage of the bonuses. All right, somebody asked, what would I recommend to start if you're only 16 years old? I'm sure we can all relate, right? We were there at one point, you 16-year-old. How would I recommend? What I recommend if I was 16 years old is you probably have parents. And I would say, guys, I could easily ask you money for a car. I don't want a freaking car. Take the car away. Sell your car if you have it. I would definitely not try to chase girls or guys. And I would put all my hard-earned money. I'd go mow lawns. At 16, you can get a real job. Forget mowing lawns. And I would raise the money to at least start testing Shopify stores. But I would honestly, this is just what I would do because I've personally done it. When I was 16 years old, you want to know what I did? I convinced my uncle to give me $20,000 to invest in the stock market for him. Yep, I grabbed 20 grand. Now, not all of us have $20,000 uncles, right? But somehow I said, hey, I want to learn about the stock market. Why don't you just let me invest a $5,000 for you? And he's like, and then I came back to him and he really believed in what I was saying because I did some research. And he was like, wow, I can't believe you know this much. Look here, I was actually planning to invest this 20, he had more obviously, but he was like, I have 20 that I can risk. I'm going to let you, do it. And, it worked out well. Thank God for him. Yeah. Honestly, if I was 16, that's what I would do, man. I would start working on getting people to believe in me, raising the capital, and start focusing on e-commerce and building my stores. And you'll be a guru before you know it. Now I have to look for my store link. Hold on, guys. Okay, 3 seconds left. Who's going to join? Hurry. All right. You're still good as long as the webinar is still active, okay? So Shopify.com/7figure-skills. Is that? Yep, there it is. Here is the link, guys, to my 21-day plus 10% discount. Look, Shopify, this is the highest level you can ever get with Shopify as an affiliate. And the reason why is because they even gave me my own page, guys. Look at this. My own page on Shopify because they believe in what we do. So keep that in mind. Here's the link. Bye. Thank you, guys. Now, who else? Final curtain call. Somebody said, how many hours do you need to put in to find your niche? As many as it takes. I've been waiting to say that line, so thank you for giving me the chance. All right, guys, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed the webinar presentation. Before I let you go, who has any final hesitations of joining before I hang up? Last chance. All right, I guess no one is hesitating. I love it. All right, guys, thank you so much. You'll get an email from me. For those of you who have waited to the end to get your bonus, not your bonuses, but what I promised for free, that will be emailed to you in the next 2 emails. The webinar replay will be emailed to you at some point tonight, and my offer will still be extended throughout the night, but the bonuses might disappear, and every day you guys let pass, the price will go up. Finally, I shut it all down on Tuesday. I closed down Dropship Academy for good, and I will revamp it, work on Dropship Academy 3.0, where when I release it, it's going to be at a much higher price point. But those of you who join before I close it down are going to be grandfathered, if you will, into the new course at the old price point and all your old benefits. Do not forget, you get a welcome call with a real success coach. You get my 30 days of coaching. You get an invitation to join our Done For You program. Are you freaking kidding me? You know how many people apply to the Done For You program? I'm not lying to you guys. 1,000 people a month. I only accept 10 to 20 people. That's it, 10 to 20. And you get a guaranteed spot to join it by doing this today. That's why I've never done this before. Those of you who have been following me for a while, you know the Done For You is something really special. And I've never done anything like this before. Why do you think after you join, there's an application? Because I still want to get to know you. But normally you have to go through the application, get qualified, then get approved. This instantly puts you into a spot to join. After we do our live training next week, as long as you're able to do it, join, and I will have my team at your disposal to build your store, set up your traffic, and set up your social media pages. That includes your logo, your branding. I mean, you're going to get a freaking store up and running. It's going to be amazing. That's what it's all about. Thank you so much, guys. I look forward to seeing you in the members area. I'm super excited, and have a great, great day.